It's Lara Croft's time once again.
Lara Croft? Okay.
Lara Croft comes from the PlayStation 1, in fact.
But you know who else does? Harry Mason.
Okay.
I mean, there's other people that come from there.
Harrison Messainen.
Crash
Mercedes
Bandicoot also
Harrison.
comes from there. Pac-Man World also comes from there.
I thought you thought I was dead. But it's actually...
over.
I'm summoned by...
wow, you have a clear save file on this copy, don't you?
You've
cleared a save file on Silent
the
Hill 1,
Italian
haven't you?
music.
Oh my god. Jesus.
I'm going to chase you with the orange in my mouth.
I'm going to chase you with these very large scissors. I'm gonna chase you with these big old scissors.
Okay, I'll spit out the orange. Please.
You shouldn't run with scissors in your hand.
Oh no,
silly.
I cut off my hands by running with scissors.
You cut off your hands?
I like to believe we'll eventually play like every horror game, pretty much.
Yeah.
I would love to have the Game Grumps problem. I'd love to run out of games. You know what I mean?
I mean, I love horror games. They spook my boyfriend, and it's so funny every time he gets scared.
I could never see myself playing Clock Tower, though, to be
honest.
Maybe it's my fault, you know?
Yeah.
There's just something about how everyone's so British and still so clearly an adult, and they're like, ooh, look at these sweet orphans being chased by the Scissor Man in Spooky House, and I'm like, it's a little cartoonish and pedestrian too for me.
All I knew about
British and an adult.
Cut myself on.
All I knew about Clock Tower was there's a really tiny guy with gigantic scissors that are bigger than him. I didn't even know there were British people or orphans or like people pretending to be
British orphans.
Of, like a gaggle of orphans that get taken into like a lordly rich person's house.
It's like Narnia?
By the Scissor Man.
It's like Narnia?
It's like Narnia if instead of having a fantastical adventure where they discover themselves,
they die.
What they instead discovered was that they are mortal and so vulnerable to disembowelment. And there are nefarious forces at play who will just cut you with rusty shears, and it's not magical at all.
I mean, it's a little magical.
Happy tea time!
Welcome to tea time, guys! Hi! Welcome to tea time! Tea time!
Oh, thank God the goddamn X button works on this, at least.
Welcome to tea time, where maybe we have cold tea.
I don't. Mine's okay.
Mine's warm.
Alright. I mean, it's colder where I am, so...
That's true.
First note. Every time you start a New Game Plus circuit of this, Harry Mason wakes up again confused in the diner.
He never gets it better. Never gets
funny
better.
Or scary. Who knows, really?
I think it's a little funny. Because, like, you went through... Was I dreaming? Like, that makes it funny. Because, like, what if he says, was I dreaming? Because he just woke up from everything that happened in the previous save file.
I mean, it's a TV show.
What?
It's a TV show within the universe of Silent Hill. We saw the bloopers.
It's a TV... Oh, it can be a movie.
I'd love to hear more about this, because we're going to be here for a second. Those who know. Those who don't, do not. I'm going for a special ending over the course of this tea time.
Yeah. So...
It turns out these beautiful bitches don't know.
Yeah.
So we're falsificating reality. Yeah. I mean, it's like an empowerment thing. You're like, you're bitches, you're freaks, you're the bosses of the circus.
It's like how Kiara recently said that she wanted to be Maury's bitch. She thought Maury could use a bitch, so she wanted to be that bitch for her.
I don't know if that's... I don't know if that's what they meant.
This guy is a Fear and Hunger character on the poster behind him. Sorry for being what I am, by the way.
You should play that game.
Yeah, I will. Yes, dear.
So, like the last tea time, we have a flowchart we're going to work through. But unlike the last tea time,
you have to tell me more about the bloopers in the TV show theory.
What? I mean, it's Okay, if you're watching this, hi. Please watch our other our series on this beforehand. This will be at the end of the playlist. So, I mean, yeah.
So if you're here, why are you here? Like, if you watch this through the playlist, why are you here if you haven't watched the other stuff?
You're hurting them.
Sorry,
You're hurting
no,
the viewer.
I don't want you to be hurt.
You don't know how to treat the Crypt Keeper.
I don't know how to treat the Crypt Keeper, you're right. But basically, in the last episode we recorded of this, there were bloopers that show, like, everybody except Harry is, like hunky-dory and fine, and this is just a fun time for everyone. And for Harry, the bloopers are him waking up on that couch. So presumably, this is like a Truman Show-esque TV show where everybody is in on it except Harry, Cheryl included.
I don't agree. I don't agree, because, like, he's, like, waking up and looking very fucking handsome at the camera. Like, he fucked up the take.
See, he was handsome.
Now listen to me.
And, also there's a blooper, like, isn't there a blooper literally in the cemetery when they're taking the tiny baby Cheryl?
That one's canonical, actually.
Yeah,
that's you unlocked that for having, like, beaten the game with Sybil living. I mean,
isn't there another part of it?
Like she pulls a funny face. She's not, like, being taken, like, kidnapped. She pulls a funny face at the camera.
Yeah, but, like, that doesn't disprove my point that Harry is also in it.
Look, he may
He's
be.
looking directly at the camera.
Like, basically, here's what we know for a fact. Everyone
this is fake.
Everyone we know for a fact, everyone but Harry is in on it. What is up for debate is whether Harry's in on it.
No, you can't say that. Those contrast with each other.
No, they don't. No, okay.
They do.
No, they don't. Listen to what I'm saying. What we know for a fact, everybody except Harry is in on it. This is not mutually exclusive with Harry knowing or not. I'm just saying, if
what we know for certain is that he is not there,
can't
be possibly not.
You are taking what I'm saying and you're going in a different direction. I'm saying we know everybody except for him is in on it. I'm not saying anything as to whether he is in on it. What I am saying is, if we drew a Venn diagram of everybody who was in on it, the circle that is Harry, we would not know. I don't know if it's in that circle, I don't know if it's out of this circle. It may be this is a language thing, but what I'm saying, and what you're saying, are different things.
Harry's the center of my circle, I love that guy.
I think that smiling and staring at the camera definitely tells me that he's in it. Cause, like, he gets up from the couch. He's not, like, scared.
5, 6. Jeez, how many do you take, buddy? 6, apparently.
Okay.
We can not spend the entire tea time on this. We can agree to disagree.
I mean, like, we're doing a full-on ending. We've got more time than the Metal Gear one. For arguably less game.
Some could say you're blessed with time. Some could say you're blessed.
Blessed?
Yeah.
Blessed, cursed.
I mean,
it's like
yes.
a lot more cop.
It's like
the letter B.
There's like a lot of subreddits. It's like blessed blank, blessed Silent Hill.
Bought me a blanket of this. This is not a drill.
But
Matthew bought me a blanket of this map. It's fantastic. I love it.
It's very
so happy.
Is it comfy?
I am too scared to use it.
It was for his birthday.
That's ridiculous. I want to, like, hang it on a wall or something. But we've got, like, the Silent Hill map now in commemoration of the fact that I don't know where I am.
I mean, you can look at the map.
Or I could look at my blanket.
Yeah, the blanket map.
The blanket doesn't have an active indicator of my location. That's
Neither
a little
does
pricier
this
than
map.
I think we can spin.
Yeah. Okay, so first things first, you are going to want to get the,
Jeez, I
channeling
thought that said
stone.
menopause. I was like, what a club.
To menopause club for all the ladies
Find
that are
your
always a little
mills
too
here.
cold or a little too hot.
It's on the opposite end of the street from
It's
here.
on the corner of Finney and
Careful
Bachman.
crossing the street.
Wait, it's in Old Silent Hill.
I mean, isn't this Old Silent Hill?
Is it?
I'll find it.
No, it says right at the start of the
ways,
game.
Silent Hill is always old.
Could you get the map up, please? Oh, I'm bleeding.
I mean,
Get
it's
the
interesting
map,
that some
get
things
the
never
map,
change,
get
huh?
the map.
This is it.
Oh.
Yeah, look
Yeah.
at me. You
This is
got
the
it.
There is a channeling stone.
Okay.
I'm also gonna take the 2 health drinks.
Awesome.
I mean, it sounds like a good idea.
The next
We should
usage
definitely do
place is on top of Nightmare School. So,
Yeah, so it's gonna be a second, you know.
yeah.
Hmm.
Oh,
Is
well,
that a
we
safe
got a lot
point?
of stuff to talk about. I like to be here. It
Okay.
is a save point. I'll use it.
Alright.
Burn.
Again, I don't expect to die, but
Yeah.
only now because I know that there's 2 pain points wherein you're able to die in this game. The puzzler.
The puzzler.
Yeah, the next thing you want to do is go to the alley where you just had a nightmare you were at.
Yeah, alright. I know how to do it.
Okay.
There's a guy.
Yeah.
It's just a man.
There's just a guy there.
So...
What is a man but a flying flesh bird?
I mean, not that.
I have a question.
Usually.
I have a question. You know way more about this than me. How long...
Hill?
Yeah. How should we meter out the flowchart questions?
Oh, I mean, the same way I would always please beg you to, until you're satisfied.
Okay, well, first one.
The matter of the fact herein is that we're probably going to be at this for 2 hours.
Okay.
It's not going to be on map. Beware of dog. That's funny. That's a good joke. It's not going to be unmanageably long, you know?
Yeah.
It's going to be longer than the Metal Gear Solid one. But I'm also going to start skipping cutscenes forever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, we'll probably be interrupted by making fun of you.
Yay, on a run with my doggy! Yay!
Yay!
You should bring your dog to the vet, right now. You should have brought...
Siamese.
That's a cat breed.
Finally!
No. To school. No, that's a piece of paper, dumbass.
Well, first point of
Your mind is going to be blown by the pace of this game now that I remember what the hell is going on.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you really not taking the pipe thingy?
That picture, that's me.
Damn. She's gonna be an artist.
Wow, you're not taking the pipe. Okay.
He's not taking the pipe.
Well, first point on the
It's funny
flowchart.
the things that are notable in different sorts of games, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's not taking the pipe! And it's awesome games done quick or something, and it's steel pipe incentive.
Yeah.
$250 by Silent Hill 1 later tonight. Maybe he'll take the pipe.
Whoa.
Oh.
Whoa. Those were some good
they got me
dodges.
eventually.
That's some bad dogs.
Well, we have 10 points on this one, which is literally double the amount we had on Metal Gear Solid.
Phil's time.
Yeah.
I probably have more as a lingering art piece to say about this than I do Metal Gear Solid. That's not to say I don't love Metal Gear Solid. I actually like it very much.
It's just Metal Gear Solid.
This is the foundational of something that is so divisive. Metal Gear Solid's just straight good, you know?
Yes.
And anyone that says otherwise, they're an idiot or they're a liar.
They're an idiot or a liar. That's an interesting...
Sometimes
I get it.
there's just games like that, you know? It's almost critically exhausting.
Yeah.
When something is just like, oh, it's good.
It's like
it's just straight good.
It's
This
just-
cannot possibly be
it's
right.
like that
God,
angry
it is
video
just
game
curious.
nerd review of the ET Atari game is like, well, what can I say about this that hasn't been said before?
I
They
guess
did
so.
a bad job, end of review stuff.
Yeah.
Like, this wasn't good.
Silent Hill 1. I'm going to let loose straight before we run into something that's better for people that aren't, like, hugely familiar with the franchise writ large.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think Silent Hill 1 is, like, probably terrible despite itself and probably astounding despite itself. And
Yeah.
both of these things are unfortunately true.
I agree 100% with that. And we were talking about it even before this, trying to get to that. It's there's
Well, that
yes, please
How
tell
do I
me.
do this?
I mean, it's a there's a visual part to the gag. Well, that's BS. No, go back. Look at the store. Look at the store.
You're gonna love this. This is really gonna pay off. It's like Pickle Rick for Silent Hill.
Well, that's BS.
No, that's a bookstore.
No, because, like, the B and the S in bookstore are a different color to the rest of the words.
You're a sick man.
You're a sick man.
Get out of here, Voldemort.
Voldemort doesn't fly like that. He doesn't have wings.
Yet.
Go off.
All the
King.
Death Eaters fly.
Elsewhere,
You
though.
should know this. You're doing, like, another, like, from the ground up watch party of, Harry Potter, the series.
The series. They fly. They're not supposed to fly, but they also don't fly with wings.
Are you doing a call to nature about the wizards? I'm sorry.
They don't have wings.
Whoa! Great one too.
Dude!
Oh!
The dog.
Come on, help me do the joke. Come on, I see you over there.
You
killed
him already.
The guy. You have to aggro the other one.
Damn it.
He's like ignoring you. Look at him.
Come on, you little.
I don't care
I'm a
about
nice
you.
guy. I won't do it.
But yeah,
Yeah.
We have a first point here. I'll get the flow chart up on my mobile phone next
I'm
to my tea.
I'm sorry, I tried to start it, I wasn't strong enough.
You got distracted by saying that we watch Harry Potter movies. That's okay. They're not good.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes you need to be in mud. Sometimes mud is like home.
Yeah.
Silent Hill. Tourist Trap. Popular franchise. Is Silent Hill 1 what you expected? And how was it?
I probably said this already in Silent Hill Episode 1, but for the longest time in my life, I didn't think Silent Hill 1 existed. For a very long time, I knew that Silent Hill 2 was the popular one that people liked, and I had heard about it, and I had heard about Resident Evil, and I'd heard that it had a different name in Japan, and I'd heard about Resident Evil 1 and 3, but Silent Hill 2, and I'm like, oh, Silent Hill must be what it's called in Japan. So I just assumed this game was actually Resident Evil 1. Which, I mean...
It isn't.
It's not fully this, but there are similarities. Like the combat. You go now.
I didn't know this existed because it's just for different reasons. Like I knew that the video game series Silent Hill existed, but I never really looked into it. So that's the way I didn't know about it. I thought it was gonna be longer and scarier.
I'm very interested that you don't think it's particularly scary. I think that's very fascinating immediately.
I don't know. I guess...
never feel like I'm like your opinion is wrong, but I'm very interested to see wherein something wrong with it emerges and wherein the fact that this is like 20 more years old
Yeah.
has sort of damned it.
There's a fear weapon in this house.
Ooh.
You
If you unlocked it.
Yeah, you need to go to that door. That door. It should take you to a tatami room.
It's locked.
I probably
guess
didn't
you
get
didn't
enough
unlock.
stars.
Oh, yes, okay. It says here in the little text bubble where it has what the fear weapon is. It says you need to get both the good ending and the bad ending to unlock it, and it's a katana.
Well, no katana for you. I think I have a different standard for horror and what's scary. It's not that
all the puzzles are coming back to me. No, that's scary.
I didn't think it was gonna be a puzzle game. Also, I suppose I thought it was gonna be more just I don't even know how to explain it. It's just like going from horrible challenge to horrible challenge.
I mean, and this is probably because I have played Resident Evil. I thought just like horror games in the 90s were just like puzzle games, but for adults.
Puzzle games, but like you're not stressed enough, so let me fix it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the adults playing puzzle games. They're either the micromanaging type like Lemmings, or you just straight up play Silent Hill and Resident Evil.
Okay.
I know which one I am.
Yeah, well. For the it's not scary enough, I think the concept of it is, the story is, I don't know if the gameplay manages to quite reflect
crabs.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought I disagreed, and then I saw this dude and his stupid wings flapping ambiently above me as I saw the big crab sign, and I was like, "Oh, he's actually like not wrong."
I mean, it's probably the limitation of what a PlayStation 1 can do. Like, I'm 100% sure that if you saw those monsters in a more realistic resolution, they're probably pretty jarring, you know?
I know. It was the perfect moment for it to get a real close-up of its face.
He's like, you're telling me I'm ugly?
But my mother said I'm handsome.
You know, I feel important classification is that we are also, like, classification even, is that we are pretty severe aficionados of the spooky genre.
Yeah.
I never want to, you know, and this is interesting, it's the kind of video game where I'm like, and I don't mean to disrespect the video game, Dawn Silent. But I don't know, man, I've seen it all. So many of the things, prescriptions and ice cream bar. I didn't intend for that to form.
Hey, it's good ice cream.
Hey, how ice?
LeBron's drugs. Prescription and ice cream bar. No parking ever.
LeBron's drugs.
Wow, Jesus. Maybe that's like, you get what I'm saying now, that there's a prescription and drug place in this town.
Do you have an ice cream prescription? I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to see your ice cream prescription.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Dodge that.
You almost fell for my trap.
I have affection for this ghoul. The special bar.
Ghoul. But wait, what does the box say though?
I was just gonna stop by Ghoul. You know, it's that place next to LeBron's drugs, the prescription and ice cream bar.
Bill Skinsfifth. Go away.
And there's just like a painting of a can of beer on the wall of Ghoul that says beer.
I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory what you want. It's a bar. It sells beer. It's an American town.
I love that Silent Hill is made up of buildings that are the exact buildings you drew in like kindergarten, where you were like, well, they need to know what building it is. Beer, ice cream.
Yeah. But also beer, ice cream, drugs.
Well, I mean, this
is
like
pharmacy.
The full-strength spoiler cast.
Yeah.
The town is a child's nightmare. So
yes.
it makes more sense that way.
Yeah.
Like, the town is reflecting a child's nightmare, if it's like what I'm my understanding is good. Because this started happening.
It's actualizing, ultimately, supposedly, a collective dream and ambition for the cults that I should remember the name of, but do not.
Oh.
And in its current sort of nascent to-be-born form, it's just reflecting the dreams of the regrettably agonized and mortal young girl that is the passage to divine realization. I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. I meant to get keys from somewhere.
Yeah, okay. Okay, go back to that hole. Like, you know how you were at, like, the end of the road area?
Stop it.
I mean, he was annoying. He deserved to die.
I mean, you killed him. You didn't need to kick him.
Has, like, reality
been... You do
been...
actually have to kick them or they get up again.
Has reality been overwritten? Like, has Silent Hill become more like a child's drawing over time because of this whole thing? Or,
I thought...
Because I know there's the nightmare... You go now.
Okay, I thought that, like, since the kid is about to pop, like, the things are actualizing more and more because it's happening. It's probably been gradual, but it's happening faster and more evidently now.
Yeah.
Okay, go to the other side of this hole.
Yeah, I'm just gonna reload.
Okay.
The other side of this hole here.
Yeah.
June can confirm or deny my theory.
And now creep over. Yeah.
This is one of 3, right?
Yes. And...
Okay. There are many convoluted answers to any Silent Hill question you can ever ask.
Yeah.
I think the most helpful thing you'll ever be able to do, and I think it's righteous when something is as, like, groundbreakingly significant as this is, is ask 3 different questions when you ask a question.
Okay.
What is the limitation of a technology? What is a creative expression amongst that adversity? What is something that is true and written appropriately for a game of this era and the influences upon the artists? And 3, am I being a pretentious twit when I ask this? And everything on Silent Hill makes more sense when you address the 3-prong way of attack to a lore or actualization question.
Okay.
Maybe it is that the town is an exploding child's damaged brain dream. Or maybe it was a bunch of Japanese developers who read a bunch of Stephen King stuff and wanted to make a town like in the books.
I mean...
And so they have beer store and prescription and ice cream bar.
I'm sure, but I don't see why that can't be both. Because whatever the developers made, they can justify in game, you know? It's like, yes, that's the reason why they made it, and the reason inside the game is because a child made it.
Yep, and you will be rewarded forever in having that belief, because acknowledging that multiple things can be true keeps you out of the pretentious twit zone.
Yeah.
Good work! You're doing Silent Hill properly already.
Go to that bridge.
Bridge, really? Back
down. No, the top bridge.
Control or the bridge atop me? Right.
Yeah, and there should be the lion key. Or key of lion. Which is so close. Leon, which is so close to Kings of Leon, which is a band, I'm pretty sure.
I wouldn't know. I don't listen to music that is not a musical. Recently.
Silent Hill versus my expectations. We're not fighting zombies in a mansion. Jill Valentine isn't here. I gotta say, I feel. Beg your pardon, Mel?
I said I think you're sad about that.
I like go down that alley.
Them out. Makes sense. They were literally marked on the map. I feel foolish.
And
I feel connected.
Wow.
I don't know. I like Harry Mason a lot. Jill's funny. Okay, and before I upset any Jill fans, I would like to say I have only played Resident Evil 1 as of yet. Jill's funny, but Harry Mason, I'm like, God, I love this guy. I want this guy to succeed.
I mean, he's a cool dude. I'll give you that. You're right. I don't know anything about
the
Jill.
guy you wish you could be, you know, running for more than 15 seconds at a time. Woo-wee. Mr.
Athleticism.
I'd like to hope that when I have a child, I would be able to brave all of this kind of stuff to protect them.
Yeah,
I need to hope that when I have a child, when I'm not gonna, I can run for more than 15 seconds.
Okay, go back and open that gate you walked past. I'm like 90% sure it's in there.
But yeah, as I said, what I thought this was gonna be in the hyping up that happened in between. Oh, like, yeah, I like this. We're gonna play this on a channel. And what happened is...
Is that a dog's head?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it's always been a dog's head.
Oof.
That's pretty bad. It's a dog's head! Thank you, Harry.
Mira.
Thank you for the confirmation. I don't know. It's just not what I expected, and I don't fully know how to explain what I expected. The gameplay is not what I expected. The level of scary or difficulty, even, it's not what I expected.
I think it's very cool that it's not so much the conventional kind of frightening.
Yeah.
I keep finding myself thinking back on the things that occur within this, in and around the people that suffer through it, and how dark and weird and constant and all-encompassing it is. And I realize it's a different kind of scary than, you must imagine Konami even wanted to be true with this being a Resident Evil clone type. It's not frightening, it's dreadful.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's true. I don't know. I think my standards for spooky are just different. I don't think this is bad on the spooky scale.
It's on the south side of the street, I'm like 90% sure.
The house?
Yeah.
Alright.
It's not bad on the spooky scale, it just quite can't reach me.
I mean, that's fine. As long as you're still sad about what happened to Lisa Garland and you think Kaufman's a prick and that the cult isn't overbearing and corrupting entity no matter how much they want to be a legitimizing spirit-reaching thing, you're still feeling the things properly.
Yeah, that doesn't change. I just...
south side of the street.
I just don't... It's dreadful in different ways, I suppose, for me. Like, the concept of it is very scary and dreadful. I just don't quite visually feel
it's the red
as
dot.
much as I can't quite visually see it in the gameplay as I feel it in my brain.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good. It is a significantly, and no one will ever doubt this, a more intellectually inclined kind of horror than so many of its contemporaries.
Mm.
Oh, it's one of these houses.
It's
right?
on the west side because the red dot's on the west side. So like the opposite side of the street than this.
Didn't we have the same problem the first time?
This is substantially faster, and it's never this bad again, I feel like.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
This
let
one?
the record state. God, this game opens badly.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't open badly. It has a very enticing and frightening, like, nightmare sequence at the beginning, and then it puts you directly into.
Whoa! Can you do that again?
Please?
Yeah, sure.
I think we figured out why he's not in Dead by Daylight. It's because if he took a Dead by Daylight long fall, he'd explode.
Oh no, it's fine. What happened? Go back up?
Get to the top
Go
of
to
the... Oh, yeah!
Jesus, dude.
That's great, man.
Not very balanced landing.
Stop it, Harry. You have to save your daughter.
I think the thing is like the concept of it as it starts like, oh fuck, you know, I'm in a town that I don't know. I think the last thing that I remember is that I crashed and everything outside is weird.
Oh man, I'm in
missing.
the doghouse. I'm in the doghouse now.
And then you go out and it's just very disorienting and hard to navigate, which technically makes sense, you know, because he doesn't know what Silent Hill looks like. He has a map, but still he doesn't fucking know where he is, you know? So on an ideal level, it makes sense, but on a I need to play through this, it's frustrating.
Yeah.
I kind of enjoy it. We didn't go for the bad ending. I think the bad ending legitimizes so much of the agony of trying to explore this locale.
Yeah.
Silent Hill is a cool problem, and I'm just gonna call it a problem.
Yeah.
Wherein everything that's wrong with it is somehow turned into a strength for itself.
Yes.
The
Such as
dreamlike horribleness of awakening back in the diner again after all what passes is relevant to getting the bad ending, which you'll do because you're dazed and confused and don't know what's going on the first time you go through this.
Yeah.
It comes up there in that it just lies to you in the bad ending and says that Harry died in the car crash and he's been himself in a dying dream the entire time. There's a bus somewhere around here.
Yeah, it's a little past where the entrance... It's a little past the footpath entrance to the school.
The thing that I just realized when you said, like, everything that is bad about it, like, kind of turns around and makes it a strength for it. That's why it's like, despite the problem, it's good.
Yeah.
That's it, you know, that's just that. Because is this story fully graspable at times? No. Is the graphic fully enjoyable? No. Is it easy to navigate? No.
I mean, you almost love games like that. I'm a freak, right?
One
of my favorite games is the first Dead Rising. Shit that sucks is a feeling unto itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it just makes sense somehow in the context of inside the game. You don't, like, everything looks bad because it's all dark and foggy because it's not real. It's the manifestation of the mind of a child that has been tortured for 7 years.
Tortured through, like, being made to continue to live, which is already such a bleak, cool thing to make a statement upon.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you feel disoriented and it's hard to navigate because you don't know where you are in-game. Like, Harry does not know this place, and everything is scary and confusing.
I'm scared and confused.
And that's, I think, what makes it work. That it still makes sense, and it makes you hate it less or be bothered by it less. Because if you think about it, yeah, okay, it makes sense. It furthers the experience. But if you step back a little, you see the problems. I suppose.
I mean, it's interesting that there's so much to not like purely, you know?
Yeah.
There are games I like very purely. I suppose I just like them differently than I like this. I do like this.
Yeah.
It's just obtuseness as baked into the structure of a game will make a game that is obtuse.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean when I'm trying not to do the pretentious twit thing.
Yeah.
Where am I supposed to go next?
Oh,
It
outside.
feels
Like into the
It
courtyard
feels-
of the school.
Oh, like courtyard,
okay.
right? I got you.
It feels like it can't quite stretch its legs as much as it would want to or need to make. Give me your iPhone. Give me.
Are there more of you?
Yes, there are more of them.
He's dead.
You died? The children killed you?
There's just more guys on New Fear, I think.
No, no, there were
Let's
3
continue
guys the
on doing-
first time as well.
But when I get back in
Maybe
there,
you
there's gonna be
take
0 guys.
more damage. Who knows?
Maybe I suck because I haven't played this for like a month.
Or 2. Yeah,
I mean, I'm unlikely to play it again, also, to be honest.
Well, then
just
impress us.
it says priority is to just like leave them. Take any door that
Leave them,
opens.
but I hate them.
No,
Yeah, that's why
like
you leave them. It's like when you
leave
don't
them,
like your child.
go
you leave.
away.
Wow, they're a little tough.
I
Aren't
think
they?
that's why you're supposed to leave them.
Because it's like a waste of bullets.
I know, but I'm angry.
I see that.
I mean, I feel better. You can't put a price on that.
Yeah.
I'm feeling better. That's fair.
Not with stuff they sell at the ice cream bar, you can't put a price on that. Silent Hill, point 2, Helltown Freak franchise. How do you feel now having taken first steps? We've already been talking on this, but I love to categorize.
Yeah.
Because
I feel how to describe it.
I know how I feel. If you wanna.
Yeah, you go first.
That thing has the funniest sounds.
he falls over later, remember?
Yeah.
I feel grateful that I didn't have to play it, but I get to experience it. Again,
Stop
you
it.
know.
Stop making me play Silent Hill 1, please.
I feel like I don't dislike this. Like, I like it. I wish in some points it was a little more clear. Either in the...
Where are we going next, Jenga?
Okay, pause so the guy doesn't get you.
What that's so horrible.
Okay,
Look at this.
Okay,
Jesus, it's so convoluted.
yeah, no, the way this the way he writes, it's okay, go to the girls' room and then head up the stairs.
The girls'
Oh,
room. The
yes.
bathroom.
Too bad. Do boys don't get bathrooms?
It just says
if it's a girl room.
Actually, no, don't go to the girls' room. Just go upstairs.
Okay.
Remember when you and Matthew were vying for a great battle onto who reads the walkthrough?
Oh, yes, I
I'm
do
so
remember that.
tired.
Lol.
That was a funny
Harry
kick.
Mason right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, have a health drink. Yay. More extremely constricted hallways, please. I need more. Well, we're upstairs.
It's repetitive. Also.
Okay.
It's very repetitive.
Go to the classroom. Go to the classroom. There's a health drink.
No.
Why?
Because it doesn't want you to go to the classroom.
This is not a classroom.
Left.
This is a classroom.
Oh my god, there's more guys in here.
Hey, you have a health drink that you can drink if you want health.
It says the next... Go to the next classroom, there's bullets.
I wish God mode was in this.
Yeah.
Wait, no, this is just written poorly. No, there's nothing in here.
What'd you say, Jun?
What do you think of the environmental detailing on that, by the way?
I like it.
It's... Okay, it's interesting, the gruesomeness of things that are here. In like a normal child space.
It makes sense that the school's way more detailed than the outside world, because a child would have way more understanding and memory of what makes up the inner workings of a school than a city.
But there's also a lot of horrible things in the school, like the paintings.
What about this? This is one of my favorite goddamn visuals in the game. It's a picture of a human, me, written much more clearly over the visage of an animal, you.
That's interesting.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
That is interesting. There's like little details that it's...
In the girls' room there should be some bullets, but there's also more grey children, so be warned.
Are they girl grey children?
I don't know. Okay. It says move past the corpses of the grey children for a startling surprise.
Oh, it's the cat, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, okay.
The cat's later.
What is it? The boys' room is empty, and the bottom music hall can be unlocked. I guess go to the music hall then.
The music hall. But yeah.
I forgot to pick up the map.
No. It's a little convoluted game.
It's written in blood. Make sure to only play the keys that aren't keys.
Okay, now it says you should go completely around to the other side of the school, to the chemistry lab.
Right. Horrible noises of children. Wait, there you are. You did it.
Yeah.
You crazy son of a bitch, you did it.
I mean, it's fun for it to be a sprint burst, really.
Yeah.
So, well, how do we feel about this now?
I like it. I think it is to put. I like it. It's competently done. It's competently done horror. I like how the ending has a funny little blooper reel. I think it really does well in spite of its limitations, and I know that is a way less flattering view on it than Metal Gear Solid. But I will be honest, I like it less than Metal Gear Solid. I don't think it's bad.
Oh, I have other stuff to do.
But, like... I'm happy I played Metal Gear Solid. That's a fun game to play.
I'm also happy you played Metal Gear.
Thank you. I'm not... I don't think I would have enjoyed playing this.
I'll always be happy to take on the mantle of guy that plays the game no one else actually wants to, like, touch. That's cool by me.
I am happy that I have been... I didn't need to play this, and I got to experience it in another way. Because, like, even if this was technically... this is closer to a game than...
Why am I humoring this? I can hear the enemy acknowledgement noise. Why am I even like, ooh, what's behind there?
I don't know. It's on you. I'm not telling you.
It may be one of the larval stalkers, which are just, like, cute
so
nothing guys.
It's so cute. This is closer to something that I would play, I suppose, than Metal Gear is. But it would be very frustrating to do so. And I don't know if I would
so
get to
many
it.
wonderful things in bed every night about the latest agony that has been wrought upon my sweet girl through some indie game she and 5 other people are playing.
Okay, first off, go to the lab equipment room, not the Canton lab.
Is that connected to this, or is my entire life a mistake?
I think it's
That's
the room next to it.
Put on this.
So, like, go outside and there should be a door next to it.
And a child.
No, why? Why do you have a plunging lunge? Why are you Dark Souls?
Just give him your high pod.
And, like, in here you should get chemical.
Big fan. Glucose.
Glucose.
I mean, it's this one, right? It's the big...
Yeah.
It's scary.
It's like old animation. It's the one that looks different.
I'm really excited to come out here and get stabbed in the buttocks again, by the way.
Oh, no, you got it. Oh, no!
They fall so far onto you. Their hitbox is so much bigger than they are. It's them twice. We melt this guy,
yeah. Use the chemical.
Like, imagine this visual with less pixels. Yeah. Or, like, actually, less pixelated with more pixels.
We have a bad amount of health. That's cool.
Okay. It's still... The thing that I feel is, like, I still like the story that he's trying to tell. I wish he was allowed to tell it a little more smoothly.
Yeah.
There's strengths. There's weaknesses. I literally, and I've been thinking about this since last we stepped on Silent Hill 1, and probably more truthfully, I've been thinking about it since I was a wee scared child. I still cannot tell you if this game has good characters or not.
Oh.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't know what criteria to judge them under, because I see what happens to Lisa Garland come the end of this and I weep.
Yeah.
That can't be nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can talk about characters, because that's the next point, if you'd like.
Yeah, please make sure to work us through the flowchart. I'm a little caught up in getting stabbed in the ass.
Okay.
Yeah, I got you.
So I'll have to trust other people to name these categories and make them count.
Okay.
That being said, where next? I want to know so I can get a good running start.
Oh, piano room.
Oh, it's the other end.
Yeah.
You got this.
Oh, wait, actually, no, you have to go... You have to... Okay, I don't know if it matters but it says place the medallion in the clock tower. I don't know if you need to do that before you do the piano.
I'm gonna do a special magic trick.
Okay.
Okay.
Whoa!
Wow, that was so cool, June.
I know, the Konami code, so... Oh,
what a magician.
why?
Oh, you got out of it! You got out of it! You got out of it! That was awesome.
It's fun to play games like that sometimes, isn't
that
it?
was great. That worked perfectly. Never let anyone tell you otherwise.
I love why? I love a combative video game experience sometimes. I really do.
They fight you.
I mean, I guess that's so much of the reason that a lot of this can resonate. There are appreciable and real designs of actual people dealing weirdly and sadly with problems beyond the pale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, of course it sucks to get stabbed. Do you know why? It sucks to get stabbed.
Yeah. I would just
Yeah,
like to say, I
sure
just
does.
read a bit more, and placing the medallion changes the time on the clock, which allows you to do the piano puzzle, so I guess you do have to actually go back into the courtyard.
Alrighty.
I'll figure out which of these enables courtyard going.
Wait, go back down. Go back to where you came from. There
I
was
know,
stairs.
I hate that room.
No.
Stairs? Oh god, we're on the second floor?
Yeah, we need to go down to get to the courtyard.
We're going down. That's all. We're going on. And we are going to 2 doctors, a cop, dead, girl, bad mom. Characters. How are they good?
One of the worst moms. How are they good?
Due to the length of the game and while
He's sneezing.
Aww,
He's sneezing.
he's adorable.
He's sick.
I thought there was a map in here, damn it.
No, it's the other end of the building.
Which is just what he wanted to hear. Oh.
It's fine. It's not actually the scary version of this that comes later. The courtyard.
Yes.
Yeah, and
yes.
you need to place the medallion. No, gold placed in the other end.
Side. There's literally
I mean, it has
sides.
a golden block. What can I do? It's not the game's fault.
It's okay, sweetie. We're not saying it's your fault either.
Every time I want to get mad,
yeah,
I'm like, well, I can't. You know?
Yeah.
There's always something, and it's a legitimate thing. It's not like, family values, where it's a lie that we tell each other to feel better.
Hello, Liquid.
Very genuinely, thank God. Genuinely and very, very really.
Yeah.
It feels the way it's supposed to feel and does what it's supposed to feel. If that's adversarial and antagonistic, yeah, it is.
Yeah, it turns the problems into strengths.
There's a notepad in here.
It's cool.
No,
but there's bullets. You can.
The notepad was in the reception area. At least I'm pretty sure.
Is this the reception area?
Yeah. Okay, I guess there isn't one.
Liar.
I guess I'll have to rely on God.
Yeah. Okay.
Isn't it kind of wonderful that the best thing you can do in the school phase is hide away from small, improbably strong, stabbing and hurting creatures?
Yeah.
Crawl through dark crevices and hope they don't see you and you don't get close enough that you're a very easy target for them.
That does feel like school.
And that's it. When I get mad about it, I'm like, oh, yeah. You know?
Yeah.
It does indeed feel like
a school. Friend in need.
Help me.
I
wonder if that's her way to ask for help.
Yes.
It's like the hedgehog's dilemma. You can't, hug somebody without opening yourself up to being hurt.
That is fair.
As talking about opening yourself up, the characters in this game, it's a chem area.
I know, I just don't want to get stabbed.
By the children, the horrible, great children that are outside.
So we've got 6 characters, maybe 7. And in the length of the game, while you can go they have weaknesses or a lack of depth, I think in the amount of time the game has, these characters are very clearly communicated and are genuinely there. They don't have questions about who these people are. Sybil. Sybil is the kind of person who goes into being a cop because she's the right kind of person to actually be a lawbringer. She isn't somebody who's there for the wrong reasons. She wants to help people, and she's mighty scared of the way this town is right now.
She's so worried about the drugs.
Yeah.
So worried about the drugs. Which is great.
Whoa,
Oh, no.
that was a weird dream.
There was some kind of dream sequence. I awoke in the diner.
Yeah.
We are still on the opposite end from the music room. I can't wait to be out of Midwich. I can't wait.
And
you played this map so much and
Lisa, she is haunted by the guilt of the things she was forced to do because her boss was like, you have to do this, and what are you going to do? Not be employed? And everybody in the town's in on it.
So much worse than they even elaborate in this game.
Yeah?
You're definitely getting the full, like, emotional context, don't get me wrong. Yeah. There's a game a lot of people don't like. I think maybe it's a little intense to hate. It's called Silent Hill Origins. It delves into a lot of the truths of this era of the town's history deeper than this had the time to do.
I really want to see that.
Good news. I have it on my Sony PlayStation Portable. You'll come over and see. I have to hit the piano now, right?
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
It will be a day?
Yeah, Dave and Matthew will be there like always.
I'm your butler.
No, you're not.
Okay. Okay. The second white key from the left.
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Second white key from the right.
This one.
Yep. The rightmost black key. The third white key from the right. Yes.
Yes.
And the leftmost black key.
Wow.
Clunk. That's a great sound effect.
And then take that and put that in the clock as well.
I'm really interested in Origin, because like the part that interests me the most, it's the horror that child went through.
And like, not only are you leaving. Sorry, I am interested in Origin too. I just wanted to finish my point on Lisa.
Yeah. Go.
And not only are you like sacrificing your job if you don't want to do this, but there's nobody to report this to because the whole town's in on it. And you'll have to, like, uproot your life and all this other stuff. And I'm like, I'm not saying, yeah, do it, follow along. I'm just saying, like, I can understand how one gets in so deep. And
yeah, because, like, you just have to fully, leave your job, leave the town, which means get a new house, get a new job, and also, like, it already happened. The stuff already happened. That's not gonna, even if you get fed up and then you leave, it's, it happened. You know that it happened, or even if you, and like, you can't forget that.
Yeah.
You know? And even if you leave immediately, you know that it's happening.
Yeah.
You know that you're not in it because you moved a town over. But you still can't tell anyone. Because, like, yeah, I told the police a town over.
You'd have
and
to,
then
like...
when they went check, they're like, she's crazy. Of course she's crazy. We let her go because she had problems, whatever. Because the whole town is in it.
Yeah. You'd have to get the, like, feds in on it and say something to get them believing you rather than an entire town, which...
Yeah, that seems like before this event of the town is fully going to shit because it's manifesting. When Lisa was having her troubles, I feel like it was probably way before, maybe when it started, because
yeah, it's a well-known resort town at that point.
Yeah, and it's like, why would this well-known resort town be actually the seat of a terrible life-ruining cult that is abusing a child? Like, and like, is it not more believable that, yeah, this woman just went insane, or like she got let off by her job and now she's bitter about it?
Yeah.
Because like, if you then go to Silent Hill and it's like, hey, what, we heard this, who told you? Lisa Garn's like, oh yeah, I figures, you know? And
yeah.
every person you ask is gonna tell you, well, yeah, she was always troubled, wasn't she? And I bet they would even, like, do it in the, oh, bless her heart, I hope she's getting help now. She's always been like this. Because it's the easiest way to cover it up.
Yeah.
So, she's just stuck.
If you want to... Exactly. If you want to know where to go now, go to the basement and turn off the power.
Do you think there's going to be a bunch of little guys on the way there that'll, like, stab me with knives?
Oh, no, no
I'm
way.
worried that when I try to... You're sure? Because I'm really worried that when I try and make it to the basement, that there's going to be a couple of little guys with knives that'll, like, jump on me and stab me.
Oh, I think I think you're being absolutely insane.
It's not my number one fear of what if there was a guy.
Yeah.
That's when I take a bath and I'm like, what if a guy with a chainsaw came in right now?
Yeah.
What if a guy with a ladder came in?
What if he had a ladder came? What do I give a shit that he has a ladder? I'm not getting on a ladder.
What if he forces you to? And you're naked and wet?
If he forces me to get on a ladder, I'll kill him.
What if he has a chainsaw, but he promises to only use it if you don't get on the ladder?
And you're all wet and slippery.
Or a ladder. To be honest, I might kill me with the chainsaw.
Really, honey?
Because I mean, he's established, if I may say,
yes,
to be a disreputable character. Coming on me.
Invaded your home and your bathroom and your bath time.
And ladder at the ready, and he's like, start the suffering now, and I'm like, no, I'd actually rather die.
What if it's a 3-step ladder?
I have exciting news about the nature of my irrational phobia. It's actually rather irrational.
I don't know. I just like, maybe like if it's a little less bad and the other option is death.
James?
What the fuck? James?
James also fears ladders.
No, his name isn't James.
I
Harry?
know this guy's a James. I'm shifting to the new mode that will be coming.
Harry, are you okay?
Harry?
I mean, it's because he's taken damage.
Yeah.
I feel like I had more
both
health
physically
drinks.
and...
Shut up, press the button. Stop crying.
Both physically and psychologically has taken damage.
Yeah. And then we have Kaufman, who is, like, somebody who was, and I'll be honest, I don't know at what point he became disillusioned with what the cult was doing, but at some point he also did and also worked to reverse it. He came up with the anti-cult liquid that we're never given a name of, and then he fucking hid it in his motorcycle. And then, due to the fact that you need to uncover it in his motorcycle for the good ending, presumably forgot about it.
I mean,
so he's like not too concerned about it either.
Kaufman is like the funniest character in the world to me.
Yeah.
There's a bad man. I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
He is not helpful to anyone.
I'm glad that
and
Lisa
like,
kills him at the end.
Yeah, yeah, because like
Where
it
am I
did
going next?
maybe got
You
fed
need to
up for a reason
you
or
need to go
another.
into the clock tower now.
It did got fed up for a reason or another, but like it feels like it's too late. It feels like that. Yeah, the baby's about to be born, which has been like 7 years of doing this horrible shit on a little girl.
He
Yeah.
is a deeply, deeply self-absorbed person.
And then it doesn't do anything with what he discovered.
I love, and this is just a side point because it happened while Mel was talking. I love that no matter how many bullets you pump into one of these things, it's not finished off until you lightly step on it once.
Yeah. It's like cockroaches.
I can hypothetically step on them harder, but I only know how to do it in 2.
Oh.
Okay, next character. Dahlia. What the fuck, woman?
I love Dahlia. I love her.
I hate her.
She's like... Yeah, but like...
She's still alive. Come on. There we are.
She's so good. She's like girly pop. Little child that I spawned. Do you want to be forever with mommy? And she's like, no! And Dahlia's like, well, too bad, because I still want to be forever.
I'm going to make a new daughter who's also going to be you, and then you're going to be like a soul in 2 bodies, and she's going to be the sacrifice instead, but we're still going to sacrifice you.
I love it. I love Dahlia. She's insane. She has a very peculiar sense of style. And
Lunatic
like,
woman.
Confidence.
She's like full strength, you know? It's like, no, I will still... Motherhood will not stop me from achieving my goals. Actually, I'll use more motherhood to achieve more goals. Which is, I don't know, it's interesting to me. It's like, no, we're still doing it. You don't get to not consent, child. You're 7. You don't get it. I'm doing this for your own good.
You need to go to the storage room on the other end of this hallway first.
This is what the bullets are for.
Yay. It's like,
I have another magic spell, actually.
No. It's like, we're gonna be God. And that is the end of the question. One way or another? Like, she doesn't even think too hard about it. Alyssa's like, Mommy, can we please not? And it's like, 1, 2, I'm just gonna make another child.
You think you're necessary? I have a vagina. I can make as many yous as I want.
Pretty much, because like she's also like a witch type of person. So I wonder.
Hey, you did the heavy kick.
Yay! Did Dahlia birth Cheryl?
So what happened was Cheryl was birthed by Dahlia, and then Harry kidnapped her because.
Damn, cockroaches killed you. That's what I fear. That's my fear. Cockroaches killing my boyfriend. Like, Dahlia gave birth to a kid, but it's like, because if you give birth to another human being, then there's another soul. So does Cheryl have a soul and a half? Or did the birthing process, like, she got pregnant with the other half of Alyssa's soul?
That's what I think she did. I think that at some point in the pregnancy, she's like takes part of Alyssa's soul out, puts it in Cheryl, and that's why they need to keep Alyssa alive.
Because she has only half a soul.
And
but she's also carrying the baby.
And like Cheryl, who is and Cheryl, who's like the real catalyst child, isn't there yet, and so Alyssa needs to be kept in this like.
Cause Cheryl needs to grow up till the like point of it. Because like Alyssa was there, but she was like, "I'm not gonna do it." So now we have to wait another 7 years.
Keep this girl comatose for 7 years.
But like she's also
tortured.
she has a child.
Yeah, no, she does, but that's like, okay, I genuinely don't. Okay, and maybe
No, like I mean, Alyssa,
is...
she is like pregnant.
No, I know Alyssa's pregnant. Okay, I don't know. I'm hoping it isn't like an actual human impregnated her. I'm hoping it's just the demonic impregnation.
I think it's magic, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's magic. Because
like it's much more comforting when it's a demon.
Somehow, right? Because like demons do not. You don't have to hold any demons to any standard of morality. It's like, yeah, a demon impregnated a child for sure. Like that's
these guys are stretching my ability to pretend that we're actually playing this on a PlayStation 1.
Yeah. Could you check the map, please, real quick?
Oh,
maybe I'll make
pressing other buttons.
Oh.
Where's the map button?
I don't know. You've never told me.
Where did it go? Oh, there it is.
Triangle.
Okay. Find the. Okay. There should be a picture card in the hallway.
I have it already.
Okay. On the other side of the hole, there's a health drink.
Awesome sauce, because he kind of needs
the
those.
Hole wherein we died badly. Let's hope that isn't the part they're talking
the east
about.
hallway.
So actually in the hallway. That sucks too, though. Wrong.
Well, then it means it's the other one. Which sucks for you. But yeah. It's interesting, because, like, I suppose that's what Origins goes through. It's like, when did the demon child get inside Alyssa? And it's like, is it a 7-year incubation quota, like, more than pregnancy?
I'd have to go the long way. Can't even go the long way. Forbidden to do. This is the ballroom again.
Yeah.
I hate
if you go to the south hallway, there's an ampoule in there.
The south hallway?
Yeah. There's a first aid kit, a health drink, and an ampoule. And in the infirmary, there's a first aid kit, a health drink, and a save point.
Door's locked.
Oh.
Door to the infirmary was locked.
What?
It's locked. I couldn't get there the easy way. I gotta go a long, silly way. Oops, press the wrong button.
Oh. Maybe I'll make a graphic for all the magic that you're using. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do that.
Okay, next character. Harry. Harry... Father of the Year, really. Like, everything he's doing here...
Well... If we're talking about Harry, why don't we just move to... Why is Harry Mason so good? Which is the next point in the...
Harry Mason...
Oh, wait,
first
off,
okay.
I would like to say one more thing about Cheryl before we move over to, like, Harry. Is full on him point. He's Harry's daughter, 7, dark hair, short for her age. Have you seen her?
No, in the
Sure,
bloopers,
that's
actually.
funny. Someone upvote this guy.
I've
I
seen
went through
her
the wrong
in the
door.
bloopers. She's kind of
Because if
cute.
I go into a room that has a gameplay interaction for more than 2 seconds, I die.
Do you think she's short for her age because she's not supposed to be older than her age?
Probably.
She's like
Could
just
be.
supposed to be 7, and then that's
I
it.
just kill people.
I mean, that's kind of what the gameplay
It turns
was.
out that they take substantially too many bullets for that to be a playable
Can you
means
use
of
the
the game.
knife on them?
I don't know if that would be better.
They get close and
Can you
stop them.
use the lead pipe on them?
You should use the lead pipe on them.
For all I know, the lead pipe would fix everything.
You never tried?
No.
Never?
Yeah, it is funnier.
It blends into the ground. It never came up.
Alright.
I would just like to say, June, on this run, you literally
Lock
were
was
like...
jammed.
What?
The lock was jammed. I couldn't go through that door because the lock was jammed.
I would just like to say that in this run, you did have the option to pick it up, and you were like, no, for the joke.
Yeah.
I don't think it would have helped.
Fair enough.
That was a cool cockroach room. My favorite part about it was all the cockroaches.
I didn't like that instead. I liked the room. I didn't like the cockroaches in it. My review. But yeah,
Are we still...
Down, left, right, circle, square.
June, do you have anything to say on any other characters before we move on to Sweet Harry?
I think the Grey Children should be executed.
I mean, I don't know if they count as characters, but...
They feel like it.
For how much they're fucking disturbing you and bothering you on this playthrough, yes. They do.
God, none of these rooms make sense.
Okay,
Look, this one has a demon face on it a little. Wow.
That's not cute, yeah. That's cool.
I do like it.
Get into the map to reorient yourself. Okay.
Get the map, get the map.
Down.
That was fast.
No, not that one.
That was good, guys. That was a great interaction.
Thank you.
Confident walks through a door. Not that way.
Oops, he ran into them instead of away from them. He probably thought that would be a better idea.
I mean, you should have done that if you wanted to do that.
Lock's jammed, the door can't be opened.
Oh, how is that possible?
Yeah!
Oh, okay.
And then...
So...
And then go into that big double door.
Oh, hell!
Yeah.
Feed me anything.
Feed me a stray health drink. Hey, remember that health drink in Shibia Scramble that, like, kills you, like, 2 bits later?
I don't even remember how to open my inventory anymore.
Oh my god, this is melting your brain.
The only thing I know how to do is load save state. Is it this button? No, that's pause. It's this one. Okay.
Oh god.
Oh good, now I have middling health.
Don't worry, when you get to the infirmary, there's a health drink, a first aid kit, and it's next to an ampoule.
Whoa! That's too much health.
Don't even mess with me. How about you hit him? Good move.
You did great, sweetie. Step on them! Step on them! Quick! Quick! Step on them! The other one!
More of a kick to their breast mounts.
I mean, just...
If it works. What will this room be? It's the infirmary. Is the door open? Door's open. It's like Christmas morning.
You can save!
Yes, I would like
Hell!
Just reaching through the glass.
No, can you go back? Look at the cabinet.
Is it because the cabinet says hell a little?
It says, like, notice hell.
It actually
Hell
says hell is coming.
Ha!
No, it says hell come.
It says hell is coming.
Notice, hell is coming. Okay,
I mean, that's true.
Okay, Harry Mason.
He's so good. Why is Harry Mason so good?
Why is Harry Mason
Where am
so
I
good?
going next?
Well, tell
Well,
him
okay.
that and then tell him why.
Roof.
Get into the map.
Is it the roof?
No, right now where you want to go is to the lobby. You see the lobby between infirmary and reception. There's an ampoule in lobby.
It sounds like you would want to go there.
Continue.
There was
Yes.
Please don't stop on my account.
Okay.
Yes.
I would hate that.
Why is Harry
edit
Mason
the
so
length
good?
of it out of the video.
I was waiting because Matthew started his point, so I was like, he's gonna go back to it.
Harry Mason. Fucking ace, this father of the year. Everything he does for Cheryl is incredible. He takes her away from a cult that's going to kill her.
Good move.
He's gonna race her twice.
Yeah. He braves all these otherworldly horrors. He picks up a gun for the first time in an attempt to fight these creatures off and save Cheryl. He goes through literal hell to save her, and all of this simply because she was a child in need. And
it's so radically.
It's their child. It's his
not
child.
Even literally his kid.
Yeah.
I mean, there's an entire world of allegation there about what is a child and what is a family.
Look,
but I think that this quantity of stabbings, this your daughter, man.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I don't mean to say that she's not his daughter at this point. I'm talking about like when he met her, when he
yeah.
saved her. She was just a child in need, and now at this point, like, he has gone through literal hell to save his daughter from the clutches of the cult that want to sacrifice her.
Can I say also another good point for him? He doesn't fucking care that everything is covered in guts and blood and there are hell demons that are trying to stab his penis.
Yeah, he just...
He's like every person he met, my child, have you seen it? And they're like, did you not notice what's happening? It's like, my child.
She's short for her age.
7, girl, black hair, where is she? He's so focused on Cheryl, he does not care about the horror that is around him. It's like, yeah, that's just what I need to get through to get my daughter. And then we're gone. And then I don't care. It's like, yes, you're bullshit.
Lobby
whatever you're called. It's like, yeah, yes, you're called, your town, whatever, the school, the demons, the blah, don't care. My daughter, where is she? I love it.
Yeah.
It's nice to see a good dad in
into that to get stabbed by it harder.
It's so good to see a good dad in fiction.
Yeah.
He's never scared. You know? I don't think I remember him being ever scared of all the horrible things that are happening around him, to him. The things that he sees, everything here is covered in rust and blood, and he's currently shooting 2 weird, whatever the fuck those are.
Gray children.
Yeah, but like, he doesn't have a name for those. Those are like evil monsters.
Only the instruction manual has a name for those.
Yeah.
In the European version of the game, they're a different enemy type entirely.
Oh.
I should have downloaded the European version of the game.
Oh. Is it better?
It's actually true. It's probably worse, all things considered, but in the European version of the game, they couldn't spin Grey Child.
Fair enough.
So it's something called a mumbler.
Oh yeah, that's what they called them in that's what they called them in the guide that I was looking at.
Oh, you're looking at
the mumblers. They're those tiny gorillas that jump at you. They're like still in this version. They're just a different enemy.
They reused the name.
Anywho, okay.
Still 72 bullets. That's unbelievable. Where's our shotgun room? Is it this one?
Could be.
Hello, sweet shotgun.
Hello, shotgun. I think you have to go through a little more stuff to get to the shotgun.
Okay, you need to go to the girls' bathroom.
Go to the evil room. No.
I'm not.
But I saw a shotgun on the floor. It turns out it was just a rusty and evil pipe.
That you can't pick
Silent
up.
Hill.
It's a rusty and evil pipe. Any other thoughts on why is Harry Mason so good, or do you think we?
I enjoy seeing an archetypal video game dad. There's a lot of very deconstructive video game fathers in modern gaming. I get that it adds a little more gravitas maybe to the character, to a more defined and requiring of sheer emotional catharsis point of view, you know?
Yeah.
Wow, it's Kratos' dad man, and he still has his special old weapons, but also he has son.
Yeah.
Son,
and then there's like, you
plus
know,
an
Joel
inventory.
Miller, who's one of the most ultimate iterations upon any character archetype in any video game.
It's like, I don't want a kid. Dad, when we get the kid, and it's just pictures of him and Ellie.
Yeah, it's like if
There's pictures of him shooting people dead in the hospital.
Yeah, it's like I've only had Ellie. It's like the Brooklyn Nine-Nine meme. I don't think Matthew has seen enough of it, but like Rosa gets a dog. It's like a stupid little dog, and it's like goes and talks to someone. It's like, I've only had blank name for half an hour, but if anything happens to it,
the boys'
I'll
toilet
kill
has
everyone
a
in
shotgun
the
in
room and then myself. And Joel Miller is like, I've only had Ellie for a day and a half, but if anything happens to her, I'll kill everyone.
Yeah.
So nothing happens to her. He's like, if anything is about to happen to her, I'll just kill everyone. I don't care. I don't care. The apocalypse already happened. What are you gonna do to me? Put me in jail?
Hey man, I'm sorry to interrupt.
The walkthrough calls this a stunning sight.
I mean,
it is.
It is.
Yeah, but
it's
in the classical,
extremely grim.
Yeah.
I love it though. Like, to me, it's stunning in the way of, wow, that they went far. That's good.
So far, it's bursting at the seams with creative ambition. Sometimes their ambition grates against my soul.
And I love that. I love that for them.
Now you need to go through the teacher rooms, and in the upper teacher room, you can find some handgun ammo.
Handgun ammo. I can use that to kill more kids.
Yay!
I
Doing
got
anything
stabbed
else?
by a cockroach at the end there.
Okay, gross. Anything else you wanna? Did you stump? Like, were you stumbling on it? Were you about to fall on the cockroach?
Oh jeez! Oh no! Oh, I've embarrassed myself in front of cockroach girls.
Oh no.
Damn.
Yeah, we're gonna watch out for that, right? I'm going upright.
Yeah.
Or not.
What's the cutscene skip button?
Alright.
Oh, well, bye.
I guess they rung out.
That one.
I have enough stuff.
You got it. Ooh, yes.
You need to go to the roof now.
There was another one, and also a cockroach, and also another great child, and then another great child, and another cockroach.
You got it. You got out. He got out of the game. Well,
usually people don't pull that off.
Yeah. He's gotta get out of the game.
I'm sorry to do this.
Oh well.
Knew you'd need it.
You were collecting them last time, remember? To impress me?
girls are watching. This is the roof.
I still am watching.
Well, time to take out your stone.
You're gonna love this.
It's time to cast your Frank
Take
Stone.
a look at this.
What?
That light?
Boah. An
What?
alien.
Yeah.
It's like a little ghosty. What the fuck is that? Is that like supposed to be a star?
A mystery is occurring in
A
this.
mystery is afoot. Okay. I love mysteries.
You remember the puzzle, right? You need to put the pink ball in the hole.
And then the water.
The pink ball goes in the hole. Wrong.
No, wrong hole.
Are we?
Wrong hole.
Yeah.
Oh my.
That's the hole.
Right hole?
Yeah.
Right hole. Pink hole?
Pink hole.
Pink hole, right hole. Water time. This is a drainage hole. Nothing unusual. I don't care about it.
Maybe you need a lead pipe wrench.
I mean, wouldn't that be nice to have a lead pipe to use? Slap at valves. Slap at grey children.
Slap everything. But yeah, I feel like Harry Mason is so good because he doesn't have to do any of this. He didn't have to pick up a child from the fucking little street. He could have well, I mean, probably you should pick up a child from the middle of the street. But it didn't need to raise it. Yeah,
like horrible. It's self-sustaining.
They fucking suck. They can't even walk or talk.
Why isn't the valve interactable?
I don't know.
It
should be. There's nothing in the walkthrough with it.
There's a drainage valve. It's normal to me. I don't care.
I don't care. Whatever.
Okay, maybe inspect the hole. Or in.
Oh, the key. There
right. Okay.
He needs, it's like an Ace Attorney 1 puzzle. I can't convolute the obvious thing. I'm not supposed to yet.
Wow, this red lever sure is turnable. Too bad I don't need to turn it.
I really wish I could
turn this valve one day. I'd love to. I go all the way downstairs and I right it's in the courtyard.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's in a corner, if I remember correctly. It doesn't need to raise the child, because there's very easy place hey, I found this child, lives it at a hospital, or talks to the police, whatever. Yeah. But it goes so far for Cheryl, and it keeps going further and further, and it never feels like it has any weight on him. You know? The only weight on him is oh fuck, I lost my child. Where the fuck is my child?
Yeah.
And that is it. The only worry in his head is just that. It's I need to get my child back. It's not even
I find that so goddamn wonderful.
Yeah,
it's not complex or scary, really, that part. It's well, he's my kid. My kid's a baby again. Back at it.
Yeah, it's they grow so fast. Lucky me, I can do it again. It's so cool, and I love it. It's even
Sorry, that was my wake up alarm. I forgot to turn that off.
You awake.
Yeah.
Even a very minimal thing when he wakes up. The last thing he remembers, he crashed his car. He doesn't even care he crashed and wrecked his car. It's child. Where child? Child good? Is child okay? And then he knows, he learns about the rest. And then he's just child alive? Go to child.
Whoa, this is from her sketchbook. It says school. I'm going to the school.
It's she's a very smart kid. She would know. It's just it doesn't have doubts ever. It's just I will go through these convoluted puzzles to find my child. Sure is weird, but I won't complain about it. It sure is weird that this is happening in a school. Okay, this is also a bad school.
Next thing is go upstairs to the west hallway. and there's a health drink.
Anything else on our sweet dad?
What a funny look he has.
Yeah.
He's a very handsome boy.
He's so demure and graceful.
So demure and graceful, okay.
He kind of is, though.
It's very demure. Doesn't put a lot of makeup when he goes to save his child. It's very demure. See how he's dressed to go save his child? Very demure, very mindful.
South hall. Go to the south hallway. There are 2 creepers and a grey child in here.
There's
Enter
a creeper?
the locker room.
Oh, man.
The creeper are the centipede things.
The cockroaches?
Yeah.
Right, this is the sweet room where that beautiful cat exploded. Jack Black, you were in there the whole time?
I am Steve!
Nothing inside. It's all normal. You spinning like a ballerina, Harry.
You can't scare him.
Now, after changing your underwear, head for the door. That's what the walkthrough says.
Who is that? Because that's a person.
Now you want to go to the north hallway?
I want to know what happened. June, tell us.
I
Put
think
some
a kid
microphone
got shoved
inside
in a
your face.
locker a couple of times as a wee youngster.
Yeah.
North, the opposite end.
North, the opposite end of where you're going.
It's locked.
May I push us through something that we kind of started talking about when we saw that horrible man or person, let's just say person, corpse strapped and hanged.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's beautiful and it's terrifying. It's the next point. What do you think about the really scary environments and the technical limitation that made them?
I mean, it's incredible. One of like the best bits of video game trivia is that the Silent Hill fog is an expression of the fact that they can't render that much game. Can you guys gather? Why are there 5 of you? Why would there ever be 5 of you?
They're having a tea party.
The boys are smoking in the locker rooms again.
Oh. Sets them on fire.
I mentioned something similar in the Metal Gear thing, where Metal Gear 1 was made on the same thing of like, hey, you need to make a war game, but there's only like 3 AI-controlled enemies available. And so we made a stealth game where you shouldn't have enemies being controlled on screen.
But...
And this one, it's much in the same way. You need to make a town, but we can only make such a small amount, like, there at a time. It's such a foggy town. Why is it foggy? A nightmare cult have made hell real here.
Yeah, it's like... And you also have an answer. Like, the fact that they also have an answer for it, it's the thing that I like most. The fact that they kind of made it so they have answers in the lore, in the game, of why something in the game structure happens. It's like, yeah, we can't. We just can't render more stuff. No power, guys. And it's like, yes, well, it's a kid's brain that is producing it. And it's scary, so it's foggy. That's it. I love the planning the game. It feels like they planned the game around the limitations. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They didn't plan the game and then encounter the limitations and it's like, well, that's it.
Yeah.
It feels like yeah, it's like, okay, let's find a reason why this is.
Even the indoor sections, they're really improved by how bare and constricting every area is, I feel like there's no safeness. Everything is too close. Everything is too awful.
Like that kid.
Yeah.
And that other kid, and then third kid.
Don't worry, there'll be 2 more in this corner.
No,
Kindness!
I love how everything is gross and gruesome. I really like the aesthetic of it. I just wish I could see it a little more and with more resolution. But even with what they have, you understand it, right? Like, yeah, that's blood and that's rust and those are guts. You get it. And it's like you can physically count the pixels on screen, and they still did it.
Next, you need to go to the library. Wait, no.
Like
I already went to the library.
Oh, okay.
I feel like for like, can you look at the wall for a second, June?
I would love to look at the wall.
Go back up and look at the wall. Like, look at this. You can count the pixels. And it's still, you know that it's soaked in gross and old and moldy and bloody.
Yeah.
And it's good. And I feel like if I played this in 99, I couldn't have, because I wasn't born yet. But, like, if I was a person that is playing this in 99, it's scary. Maybe it would have scared me as the person that I am right now if I played it back then. Because, like, now I know that a game can look more real and more scary, technically.
Wait, there should... Did you get the ampoule? There should be an ampoule in there.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I got it.
Like, look, can you look at the lockers? Oh, sorry.
I would love to look at the lockers.
Sorry. Like...
No, when you say lockers, it's these.
Yeah, these things. Like...
It's the awful flesh cages.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know what they are. I think they may be, like, benches stuck together, maybe?
I think they're about people being shoved inside lockers, or people feeling trapped and bloody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who knows why?
But, like, you understand what that is.
Okay.
And it's impressive.
This one had a precise solution.
Yeah. Turn the right valve twice to the left.
Twice to the left? No, I made that joke. I'm 100% sure I made that joke when we did it the first time.
And then turn the left valve once to the right.
Did June stumble on this, like, pretty much on the first try? Just doing it? Or am I crazy? Do you remember this?
Yeah. No, I remember.
Stop turning the valve. I don't know. Some puzzles make sense to me, some don't.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I'm just
man.
ferociously glad to be free of great children. Oh my god.
Like, look, this is cool.
You're cool.
Thank you.
This looks like a Fear and Hunger, like, boss fight.
How
like,
good is that reveal of a guy?
Oh, definitely.
That's
Yeah, like,
awesome.
it's like, oh, I'm gonna fight this flaming guy? I'm gonna fight this flaming guy? And it's like, no, of course you're not. It's this thing.
Whatever the fuck this is. Like a lizard.
Your mouth already. You have 2 moves.
It's like a Demogorgon kind of looking face.
Can you do the move that lets the game continue, please?
No, we can talk a little bit more on the environment, because
We'll talk a little more on the environment, and then we'll come back and record the remainder of the rumination, I think.
That's fair enough.
Okay.
No one's fault but the Grey Children's.
Yeah.
I'll remember how to love the game after the next cut. Can you allow me to advance the puzzle, please? I already know the solution.
No.
I love the,
no,
like,
dude,
little
I'm
step
doing
back. The
You
little
have
step
to
back
treat it
is
like
incredible.
As if once.
Wake up.
No. Does he look petable to you?
Yeah,
Oh,
but like
exceptionally.
Right?
like
It looks like he would be like a very. Have you ever touched a lizard?
oh
Because I love
yeah,
touching lizards.
yeah.
I love it. Between when we last recorded this and now, I saved a little tiny baby lizard, and it was so fun to have it on my hand and pet it a little bit before I put it outside. I just love the lizard skin. They're so I don't know how to
Okay,
describe it. It's almost like silky.
you
I don't
need
know.
to shoot it with the shotgun enough to make it angry, and then it will start doing its reckless attacks.
Oh, there
There
you
it
go.
is.
That's a weird way to open your mouth, dude.
I want a plushie of this guy.
Dude, yeah. Come on, dude.
Why isn't it working?
He looks like when you split it in half a sausage.
I'm so glad
Tired.
I'm allowed to take a break after having to play this.
Yeah. The Grey Children were awful.
Well,
I just wanted.
And it's the right feeling, and adversarial is still design.
Yeah.
But god damn, dude.
Yeah.
oh,
I just want to
The
say.
other world segment comes to a close. It's gonna be a little musical interlude. You'll love it.
Yeah. I just
Go
want
on,
to
use
say.
your words while we see
That
Sweet Girl.
lizard room, the room where you fight the lizard, the spinning crowns of rusty moor, the like wire plates that you dance upon over the concrete pipes, the flaming corpse of a crucified victim. It's incredible the amount of art direction that they're capable of on the PlayStation 1 of all things.
yeah. I feel a little bad in respect of saying all the bad things I said at the beginning, because
Yeah.
I know I'm spoiled, because I
would like you to be.
thank you. I love to be spoiled, but they did what they could with what they had.
Yeah.
And despite my personal feeling about it's not scary enough for my taste, what they did with it, I still love it, kinda. You know? Like,
Yeah.
I still think it's very, very fucking cool and still gruesome. You have to put a little more imagination in, but that's not too big of a crime. And I
Yeah.
still like it.
It's a seminal piece of horror for a reason. And I don't just mean horror games, I mean seminal piece of horror.
Yeah.
It's
like
foundational for so many things forever.
Yes.
Good.
I can, if I put myself in a person back in the 90s playing this, I definitely feel what they want me to feel. The dread, the scary, the oh my god, I can't believe they did that kind of situation, you know? There's like the skinned corpses, the skin hanging. It's
the bus.
a lot. The bus. Ew, a bus.
Write in your little notebook, Harry.
It's his little diary. It's like, how is my quest for my daughter, for finding my daughter going? Getting there.
I found
Find
a
out
bus.
how the quest for the daughter is going after this brief musical interlude. Longer for us, less so for you.
Bye-bye.
I'll show you the long sleep if you want to see it so bad.
Whoa.
Ah! Jesus.
It's Harry again.
Hey.
Hello, Harry.
Hey.
It's Harry, and it's me paranoidly checking once again that recording button functions. It does function. Silent Hill 2 is the freak game that doesn't... I don't remember how to unpause. Now we're in trouble. We're okay. There's no more troubles. It's nothing but ease from here.
Yeah.
Everything is okay, guys.
Everything
Why are you
is
worrying?
awesome.
This is a tea time. Drink your tea. Breathe.
Breathe, people. Oh, I've done this.
Yeah, we want to go to the church.
I could do this
Send
section in
me
my
to
sleep.
church. Wow. Whoa.
Don't worry about
Damn. My eyes were moving so fast.
I got 66 out of 140 somethings.
Yay!
Cool.
Just a question, June. Do you have the game currently set up so, like, Harry doesn't shoot himself when you enter church?
I don't presently, but I will.
Okay.
Alright.
Where is it? There it is. Look at this.
Oh.
More bullets per bullet. I'm also going to turn this on because it's interesting. The blood is green now.
No.
Wait, no. Put it to violet. We can be Danganronpa.
The blood is green.
Hey, the bullets were still there.
Hulk.
Yeah, the bullets are still there.
He was waiting to get them so we can get more. How do you can change the
bullet
color
adjust
of
is
the
a
blood?
new game plus function that makes it so whenever you pick up bullets, you pick up double or even triple the quantity of bullets that is actually reported.
Okay.
Did I already eat the health drink in here? God,
Yeah.
was there a health drink in here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically,
yeah, man.
you've done
Yes,
you've done everything in this house except for going to the tatami room and getting his family heirloom katana.
Get out of
Which
my
is
house.
so... I mean, who could K. Gordon possibly be?
Yeah. Like, hey, my name is K. Gordon. I've got a tatami room in my, like, New England resort house.
I mean, you can be like an important person and have a fun vacation house in a vacation town. You know, people are rich. I know we don't know that because
What if?
Because we aren't, but
what if it's like
people can be rich.
What if Gordon is the like given name and it's like a Japanese style like Kirishima Gordon?
Could you imagine? That's funny. Also, when you try to...
There, isn't there? Yeah, there is.
Yeah, look at that. Harry, you shouldn't pick up garbage from the street. It's most likely not good. While you were trying to leave the house, it looked so much like you were fully squishing yourself on the door. You know what, like, cartoon characters suddenly encounter a wall?
Yeah.
That kind of like mosquito on a windshield.
It really didn't change the color of it as much as you'd think it to.
Yeah.
I mean, red, violet, close enough.
I can be red, I can be violet, I can be
I can be red, I can be green, I can be violet, I can be magenta, I can be cyan, I can be burgundy, I can be vermilion.
You can be a lot of colors, sweetie. You have
I can be turquoise, I can be mauve, I can be navy.
It sounds like a lot of those are either red or purple shades, and then some blues.
I can be wide open skies.
I can be hurtful, I can be burpful, I can be anything you like.
Hurtful is not a color.
Oh, you haven't heard. There are colors
you
that
haven't
will hurt
heard
you.
the good news.
I'm sorry, what's up?
Well, there's this new color. It came out of space. It can hurt you.
And it loves to.
Oh, welcome back to tea time. Having a sip of tea.
Yes.
They haven't been gone. It's the same video.
Yeah, no. It's we're still here. We just have more tea now.
Yeah.
We've also done something cool and exciting to help even further contextualize our Silent Hill rumination dialogue.
We
importantly and addressedly, We've actually played some Silent Hill 2.
Yes.
Since the last
Very
time we were
excited
in here.
about
That's
that.
right. A righteous kick in the pants.
We
For sweet gameplay.
got up.
That's the button I have to press.
We got up to the point where, I almost said Harry, where James goes to the fire escape and sees that there's a building's window there, and it's like, and he's like, "Wow, they must have taken out the fire escape and built a building there. This isn't supernatural."
It's so silly. Hello, Dahlia, I miss you. It's so silly. It's like, yeah, no, for sure, dude. They disregarded.
Oh, I forgot. She gives you safety. the weird like
hurting implements.
Yeah, the Flaros gives you the crazy like point and click adventure like MacGuffin.
The magical magic.
Use it to ruin my daughter's whole week later.
And well, as an extension, my week, you know, she's very, not my week personally, her week, because she's very much counting on what her daughter is doing, you know.
Oh.
Yes. Oh.
Loving this new era. Wherein the game gets all screwy when we walk through the door.
Fine.
Hey,
it's just been doing it.
Wait, okay. Go to the map.
Use the map.
For you, I'll press the triangle button anytime.
Thank you.
Gas station?
No, Block Street.
We are on Block Street.
Okay. If you head west on Block from the alley, you can reach a cut-right chain stores to the south side. Okay, there should be a store to your north. Like, keep the north side of the street in your view, like you're doing now, and you should be able to get into a store.
What a bricks.
Well, June chases that. Well, June chases that. I would like to bring your memories back to, well, for people like a couple of minutes ago, for us, before we got more tea, to the boss fight. And our next point, the mandatory nature of boss fights in video games. Isn't it funny that there's such a communist colloquialism? Also, these boss fights are awful and for babies.
Hold on, wait, these parts aren't meant to be verbalized.
Too bad.
That's between you and me and God. I do
cut
enjoy
it out
the
if you don't want
colloquialism that is within the fact video games' greatest foes are called bosses.
Yeah.
There's a kind of devil may care Bart Simpson-esque radness to that has always stood out to me. I'm going in here. Going in here
it's
because
like,
there's a secret treat for me.
Yes.
Boss fights, boss battles.
It is a bowl of little seeds for me.
Wow, I'm the happiest little bird. Caw. So yeah, that's our next point, and I'd love that you put these boss fights are awful and for babies.
Well, I will elaborate onto you all a version of them, perhaps turned down those words.
I mean,
this video game is a desperate attempt to capitalize on the fact that Resident Evil was a very big goddamn deal.
Yeah.
It sort of catapulted into legitimacy the idea of a game being bad to play in an area.
Thank you.
Whoa.
Yes.
It's residential.
There should be a door along this area where you can get the chainsaw.
This one?
Unopenable. It could be this. Is it the Jim Bean store? It's a subliminal messaging
Beam.
from Silent Hill 1 telling you to drink more. Because this
Beam.
is very much a commercial product.
Oh well.
And, I mean...
Was it that door?
I doubt it was that door, but we'll go find out. It wasn't that door.
Okay.
It is extremely a commercial product and faces the demands then of being a traditionally appreciable enough video game and that was difficult to reconcile, obviously, for such a dream-like freak narrative.
Yeah.
So these bosses then, where you shoot your big bullets up against them, are these writhing and gargantuan monstrosity likes, and then they all have 2 buttons that you're supposed to press. There is a chainsaw, but no dogs. Alright, like this.
I mean, there's a chainsaw. Would you like to use it? My opinion on the boss fights is that sometimes it feels like the puzzles are bigger boss fights than the actual boss fights. I like the bosses, visually, they're very interesting,
It's a cool puzzle in the game where you get a chainsaw and then it turns out it does no damage to even the most basic enemy possible. It's a cool puzzle they put in the game.
And it's supposed to be Yes? Your blood is purple.
At least
not the blood around. That's interesting. But yeah, the boss fights are interestingly designed on a visual level, but it does feel like they're over before they start at times. And if they last a little longer, like the last boss fight that we got into, is because the enemy refuses to attack.
Yeah. I wonder what their
what the triggers are.
Yeah, what their AI is for the enemies. Like the bosses. Enemy AI just seems to be, I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you.
Is that you? I think the thing was, for the last boss battle, you had to shoot him until he got angry, and then he opens his mouth. And when he opens his mouth, it's like, oh fuck, shit, that's not how a mouth opens usually. It's interesting. The room around it, the room you fight him in, is so cool. The fire gives such a terrifying dark atmosphere. Oh, bye.
Mason, are you okay?
Mr. Mason.
Mr. Mason?
Load-bearing health drink.
Oh.
There is
Drink.
Take it. Yes, I take it. I love it.
Hey, good news. There's another fear item in this building.
We can't use
Yes.
What?
You get 1 gasoline canister per playthrough.
Oh.
What?
Both of them are powered by gas. So the first New Game Plus cycle you get, you either power up the chainsaw or you power up the rock drill.
Oh.
Is the rock drill usually powered by gasoline? Just a genuine question. I thought it was like batteries.
Oh, listen to those PlayStation noises.
I mean, why else would there be there? We were
interesting.
playing on PlayStation.
Of course, right.
I'll show you the rock drill now that you've been disappointed fiercely by the chainsaw.
Yeah. It was hard to find and hard to use.
I think the game is upset at us.
I loved the, hollow Harry. It looked like an analog horror piece.
Whatever.
I think the game is mad at us because we're not complimenting it enough. Should see something nice about him.
Okay. the boss fights, and I'd like to list them in order because it's fun, and genuinely there are so few. There are lizard, worm, worm again, now a moth, Sybil, incubus.
We're about 3 unavoidable attacks away from there being a fun Silent Hill fan art over the rest of the conversation instead of the gameplay.
Well.
That's a chainsaw again. My heart took me here.
So,
You're yearning for a chainsaw, but it's not the chainsaw that you deserve.
Asking your ass, rah!
The worm was fun, and I especially like how you think it's dead, and then you come back, and then it's like comes back, but it's now like done a metamorphosis.
And it's like, look, Mom, I'm beautiful now.
Yeah. That
was cool. That was cool.
Sybil, I love her like sexy teleport move. It was. I also.
Tell me more about this.
No, you remember? You walk away from her, and then she's like sitting like leg over another, arms on her knees, like on one of the carousel horses.
Yeah. It's in one of the thumbnails, I'm pretty sure. So
yeah,
I do remember. I just like it was interesting how you described it. It's like, I love her sexy teleport move.
I don't know how.
It's
Let it be an aspect of the conversation. It's gonna be a looping GIF. I realized I don't want to play an additional hour of this.
Okay.
Well.
Fair enough.
Don't worry.
Welcome.
Here we are talking about Silent Hill.
Welcome to us sitting around the table drinking tea.
Look, it's the thumbnail. It's really good. Mel's
it's
really the world's greatest. When
Thank
given an adequate means to facilitate a healthy release of their creativity, people can make some gorgeous stuff.
Yeah!
Sometimes it's a great struggle puddle, and then you make a bleak, violent, weird video game for a very old console. Yeah. And you're told you need to make a game more like Resident Evil, and then the people who told you to do that completely stop hanging out or checking up on you. And then you just make a video game. And you inexplicably, you and a creative collective and absolute freakazoids, all put in as much as you can to make something cool and fascinating.
Yeah.
And that still sucks to play.
I
don't know, man. Silent Hill 1 is extremely old. It's got extremely interesting things going on. Yep. I think antagonistic game design is special in that there are characters here I still emote to and emote from.
Absolutely.
Care about. Lisa Garland is a standout great figure of tragedy. The boss fights are interesting puzzles the first time you go through this. The folly of chasing up interesting new weapons and doing new Game Plus circuits of this experimental art game by art freaks is immediately apparent and existentially crippling.
Yeah. I was going to say, Resident Evil 1, I haven't played the original version. I've played the remake that came out in, I think, 2005, that has been, like, regurgitated to many, many consoles. I like that version. That version's good and fun to play. I don't think I could stand the original version. I don't know, like...
I'm remiss to say it.
Yeah?
Much more playable video game than Silent Hill 1. Don't take that as an overall indictment upon the video game.
Yeah.
Silent Hill 1's focus, despite everything and being told what it was supposed to be and being given $10 to make that real and no real oversight... Well, the focus of the people working upon it was to make something artful and interesting and tech-pushing, boundary-breaking.
I believe they have fully succeeded and surpassed expectations when it comes to that.
Yeah, and then RE1 is like a fun, scary puzzle box game. You know?
Yeah, I would not say Resident Evil 1 is artful.
Resident of Evil 1.
Resident of Evil Creek.
Right. It's sad that like there are limitations and you get to see them now that you're like excited for. It's like, oh, I played through it once, I get more stuff if I do it twice, and like more than once, and then it kind of hits you with it's the enemies are so much more annoying, and the things are oh, it's
The
sad.
quantity that
it's still frustrating on the second
track
time.
You in this game,
Yeah,
and I get it. You feel like a cornered dog chasing something so basal and special as family matters and the continued existence of the people you love.
Yeah.
And that's emotional and interesting. The first time.
But like that's the problem. Like the first time you're doing it for the story, the second time you're doing it for the game, right? To be rewarded by the mechanic itself. And that's where I think it loses. Because you're not motivated by finding out what is happening anymore.
You're now motivated by completion, and this game seems to really want you to not get completion. Like, it relocks things. Every time you beat the game, it like hard locks you into the next difficulty up, and Next Sphere seems to be really unplayer friendly. I'd go as far to say it's like one of the most player unfriendly New Game Pluses I've ever seen.
It's, yeah, because I was talking to June, I think, about it. And it's like, when you, like, if you played again, then, if you played a third time, then you certainly have the rest of the stuff, right? And he said no, because if you play again and you do worse than you did the first time, the things lock again. And what do you mean? I did it already. Why are you taking things away from me?
I never want to get mired into the negativity that can emerge. It's definitely things worth addressing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Silent Hill 1 necessarily still needs to and does stand amongst the titans of industry coming out in this period.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Silent Hill 1 is weird and scary and mysterious and convoluted and just makes you sad, kind of scary there by the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And this is jumping forward some, but here are some games that came out in a 3-year period of one another.
Yeah, okay.
To make the industry legitimate and artful and interesting. Get this. Silent Hill 1, yay. Metal Gear Solid 1. Resident Evil 1. Final Fantasy 7. Half-Life. Super Mario 64.
Whoa.
What is Soten?
One of these is not like the others.
Soten is Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Okay.
You haven't seen that yet, but you've seen the repercussions of it.
Yes.
A lot of games
those are
coming
strong
out here that have
repercussions.
been imitable and adored for a very long time.
It was a good time to set examples for the industry, I suppose. Everyone had big ideas that they wanted to show off.
Yeah. And, like, from as artful and analogous as Silent Hill to as opaque and overt as Super Mario 64. Like, they just, like, this is a fantastic period for, like, the giants whose shoulders gaming stands on now today.
Yes.
Like, I've seen...
Some of these games are still coming out.
Yeah!
Sequels of these games are coming out still.
Silent Hill
in more recent times.
2, the remake, is like literally days away at this point.
And it's been 23 years, because I think the second one came out in
That's correct.
99. Yeah. So
2000,
it's
2001 maybe.
It's a lot, and it's like people are still interested and curious about this. They still left a mark, because they were the best that the market could offer at that time. You know? They pushed and tried to do things as they wanted to do things. And I can't say that the results are bad.
Yeah.
Because they aren't, very clearly.
Juna's asked not get mired in negativity, so I understand how this sounds like a negative thing at the beginning, but like bear with me, this is positive.
Okay.
Recently there was a Silent Hill game that came out called Short Message. Really didn't like it. I can do a like diatribe on that at a later date in more detail. But there was some incredibly interesting pieces to it that June told me they're just like pieces of Silent Hill as a franchise. They're like established earlier on, and then the franchise never lets them go. And for there to be shining lights of intrigue in something like Short Message, I think is an overall testament to how intriguing and fictionally enveloping a setting like Silent Hill is.
Yeah.
I like Silent Hill, man.
Yeah.
Far be I from wanting to make a statement that sounds like video concluding.
But that is all. Bye.
Silent Hill, in a metatextual and freakish kind of way, has actually turned into a tourist location for me.
Yeah.
There's something incomparable about that place, and how terrible and frightful and yet still full of love it can so often prove itself to be.
Yeah.
It's impossible to make like intriguing action gameplay, really, on the PlayStation 1. That's a hark onto a couple of things in a way I know people won't enjoy, but the amount of video game truth, quality of life feature that was not standardized or believed in then.
Yeah,
like literally the convoluted nightmare of performing close quarters battle upon somebody in Metal Gear Solid 1.
Yeah. Like literally the Liquid Snake boss fight, what is this? His third form? No, because the Hind. This is his fourth boss fight against Liquid Snake. And it's like,
poor little baby girl.
look at how difficult it is to do close quarters combat, Snake! You have such a tiny degree of space to move. And if you time this improperly, I get the opening to dodge and counterattack.
It is also like generally just timed, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, you have 3 minutes. Otherwise...
And the first time you play it, you get less.
Yeah, the first time you get 2 minutes, 30 seconds.
And it's
like,
badass.
Yeah.
Because...
The thing...
Go on.
The thing is, yes, there are mistakes and things that maybe to us look bad and frustrating. But it also feels bad to talk bad about them in retrospect. It was like, they didn't know. They didn't know because it wasn't a standard. They couldn't. Because it just physically wasn't possible to fit it in. Like, this can't be better than this. This is what this can handle.
Shout out to Konami. And, I'm sure this isn't just Konami. I know other games have completion bonuses, but, Metal Gear Solid 1, very helpful completion bonuses for, like, quality of life. And also, I just want to say it, I know we've been saying a lot about how the New Game Plus in Silent Hill 1 sucks. They have something there that Resident Evil, its main competitor, doesn't. In a quality of life, hey, you're doing New Game Plus, let us help you. Bullet multiplier.
Right. Can
you imagine if you had to play Metal Gear Solid 1 all the way up to beating Grey Fox in the fist fight, and then afterwards you had to go an obtuse direction, and you had to go another obtuse direction to pick up 2 parts of a scheme to make a weapon that isn't even good?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, literally the only compound weapon in Metal Gear Solid 1 is the silenced pistol, and it's like, you get the silencer in, like, the 3rd area, and it's fully possible to, like, ignore it until you can silence it, you know?
Yeah.
To help a little the discourse around the New Game Plus stuff, how long is Silent Hill 1?
Silent Hill 1 is about 5 to 6 hours long. Unless you're an idiot
How...
and spend a bunch of time walking into walls and not knowing where you are and making jokes.
Well,
then it's 10 hours long.
Well, it's 5 hours, 5 to 6 hours, and probably you paid a bunch for it. And I think that we said, like, us, at least my belief, the boss battles seem a little easy. For all I know, the difficulty and the locking stuff more and more behind the New Game Plus stuff is to help the gamer immerse himself into the game more. It's like, yeah, you enjoyed the story, now you can enjoy the game. You know, the first run you do is to figure out what is happening. So don't worry about the enemies, don't worry about the bosses, experience it as the story that we're trying to tell, and then go back to it and immerse yourself in the atmosphere and the nitty-gritty of it. Maybe it's that, and with the passing of time that doesn't transpire as much because it just feels frustrating and a little obtuse.
If I was...
But we don't know.
I'd like to... if I was a small child, the kind of child who, like, plays video games on school holidays, as I was, as you were, as I'm sure, like, so many of our viewers are.
It's only women 26 to 30. I wish Dugwood was.
Well, I would make it my business to know everything there is to know about a game like this. I would play it to completion till I have the max bullet multiplier, till I have all the weapons on a save file so I can show everybody my favorite Silent Hill weapons. I want you to know how obsessive I was about completing games I, like, adored back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
There is a game which we'll play for the channel called Marvel Ultimate Alliance. It is a top-down dungeon crawler where you play as Marvel characters. There are about 30 playable characters there that are all leveled roughly separately. I've gotten each and every one of them to level 100. I've gotten each and every one of them to fully leveled up.
I can see the New Game Plus in Silent Hill 1 be something meant for that use, you know?
Yeah, the
like,
kid who wants to get every possible out of it.
Yeah, because you have to play it twice, because there's good endings and bad endings already, right? So it gives you the opportunity of, well, be also engaged with other stuff in the meantime, I suppose. It's like, maybe it's just trying not to get you bored. It's like, we spent time, we put soul into it, and we want you to feel that. We want you to be able to put your soul into it too. Maybe it's... I'd like to believe it's that more than just we didn't know what to do, because that seems a little absurd.
It is the emotional resonance. That's Silent Hill's strength over all of the other contemporaries listed. Metal Gear Solid 1 makes you think you can do it forever, and Silent Hill 1 makes you think you're going to die one day.
Yeah.
And the philosophical outcomes that emerge from there and from that and all around that are their own kind of greatly valuable. That makes me so immensely happy that the channel right now is occupied by those playthroughs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Konami titles, sure. Guy in a situation, that's classic. Pick up curious weapons that go up against weirdly shaped things that say all sorts of stuff to you. Sure.
Figure out something about yourself in the meantime.
Oh, yes. Ultimately, so much of the outcome within Silent Hill 1 and Metal Gear Solid 1 both is you must live and you must do it on purpose, and it must be for some kind of reason. Yeah. Silent Hill 1 encourages you to uncover its cruel mystery box. Metal Gear Solid 1 helps you put together a great jigsaw puzzle that says a message upon it. I love you.
Yeah.
Silent Hill 1 says you have to love other people.
Yeah.
And all those minutes, hours, days that you referenced as a hypothetical thing. I know how to navigate a lot of this foggy, stupid, sad city as far as Silent Hill 2 and Silent Hill 4 will go.
Yep.
Multiples of 2 are apparently my thing. But within my soul there's a great deal of fog. It's because of this and the wispy presences of dreams, realizations of them, and technologically impossible actualizations from decades ago hold my hand, even in things as scary as this. And I find things as oft frustrating and challenging in their implementation and creation as this would necessarily be on the PlayStation 1 to still be endearing.
Yeah.
Once I'm not playing their stupid, awful New Game Plus mode.
I realized something.
Yes.
When you were like summarizing what happens in these two games, like in Silent Hill 1 and in Metal Gear Solid 1. At least where I come from, video games were at the time, and still are a little bit today, a boy thing, right? And there are in society certain certain things that are expected of a man to be, right? And I don't know how a lot of boys were playing these games, and like this goes also for Silent Hill 2, because like I haven't seen too much of it, but what I've seen of it, it's a man in a situation, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And these are men that I don't think people would consider weak. I don't think you can find a respectable person that would point at fucking Solid Snake, for example, and be like, that is a weak man. Right?
Yeah.
No one I would be able to keep myself from slapping.
Yeah.
But also, the same thing for me goes for Harry Mason. That man is going through hell to fucking find his daughter.
Yeah.
And he does not care. Like I said this before, he does not fucking care.
Like, literally, Kaufman shoots him the first time he sees him, and he's still like, hey, have you seen my daughter? She's 7, dark hair, short for her age.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, so whatever, you shot me almost, sure. The important thing is, my daughter, where is she? They are, all these people are being very emotional. Very emotional.
And that breaks through the fog.
Yeah.
And she's light.
And it's like, please, guys, be this. It's not bad to be emotional. It's not weak to be emotional. You can be more than what society expects of you. You can cry, it's fine. You can be scared, it's also fine. You can be confused and lost. It's okay.
I'm really glad to hear you say all this. I'm glad that we're playing things in that, how many ways are there to say, despite mechanical quandaries, still feelings like this can be cultivated and then actualized to that profound and exciting call to action of a degree.
It's like people say that this is like a unique challenge for video games, but I don't think so. I think about movies, and think about how up until like the 50s, film was just black and white, and that was the technical limitation. We're not supposed to think that the yellow brick road is actually grey and they're all lying to us. We're not supposed to think that the Emerald City is grey and they're all lying to us. It's a technical limitation, just like so many of what we've discussed, the bad things are here, are a technical limitation of the PlayStation 1. And even in the written and performing arts, there were technical limitations on Shakespeare, and then he was like, I'm just gonna make a new word, and then people will believe that word means the thing I say it means.
I was like, because I'm gonna just say, that means that, and I made something new.
Yeah.
Let's see how that goes. It's interesting what walls you can break through if you really want to, and if you put your soul into it. It's like, I really want to do this, but this is not achievable yet.
Yeah.
I'll find a way. Like, I'll either break through the wall or bash my ass against it enough to make something that gives you the feel of it. They can't put... Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, no, it was gonna, like, close off and springboard off from your point, so you finish yours and then I'll go.
Okay. Like, they can't put fucking gushing blood here. It just... You can't. You don't have enough pixels. Do you understand that there's gushing blood still? Yes. Because they did everything they could to make you have the feel of it.
Yes. Speaking of the feel of it, how unbelievably good is that soundtrack? How incredible is like the song that plays when you fight Incubus, and it...
I'm so glad you brought that up.
Exactly.
Literally, like, what made me thrust this, like, let's play, like, right now, is that I was, I don't know how much you remember it, I was listening to bad music to scare you while I was doing dishes.
Yeah.
And I just put on the Incubus boss fight theme, and unlike any of the Caretaker music, you were like, wait, hold on. What's going on with that? And I was like, I guess I can show you.
Yeah, I was like, wow, that's a really, like, viscerally unnerving piece of music. Is that, like, where's that from? Oh, it's a boss fight of the, like, final boss of Silent Hill 1. And then I kept asking questions, and you're like, okay, how about I sit you down and we play it?
Okay, I'm just
a decision that will have ramifications.
Exactly.
This will help us later.
The music. I don't know how to describe this, but I have become so used to seeing Lisa Garland's smiling face of the soundtrack album cover. Because it's just man, I love this music. It's the exact way it's supposed to. And I know we meme on it, but the Italian countryside theme of the opening cutscene, it's still
how is that possible? Why is it so Italian?
Yeah, it's still gets you the feeling of, man, stuff used to be cool and happy and easy. I want it to be like that again.
One of those Silent Hill thumbnails has the big smiling Lisa face hidden in it, but I won't tell you which one.
Oh.
It's just... Look, the soundtrack's great. I love My Heaven. It's a horrifying song. The terrible screaming dentist drill is, diegetically, your radio that warns you when there's trouble afoot exploding because of the quantity of trouble that is the incubus and how much it breaks the barriers between the physical and metaphysical.
Yeah.
Which is just, enticing. There's such a clear creative vision within this, and watching it play through and play out, I will never regret. And I'm glad that I turned the game off.
Yeah, I'm not
It
sure
helps.
we could get the playthrough, the gameplay and the thoughts out at the same time. Don't worry, we won't be losing out on that. We'll look it up on YouTube or something.
I'll show you in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
But the important thing is we are no longer playing that because we've gotten all the joy we can get in our current state out of the game in its current state, and I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that.
I think that's actually very interesting and good thought. You know, that's all there is for us. We came here for the emotional part, and we got the emotional part. I don't personally feel like we got here for let's find the drill.
Yeah.
And nothing to say, that doesn't mean that if you want to find the drill, it's shame on you,
Yeah.
Have fun. That's just not us at the moment.
Exactly. Literally, the reason I did the pre-game playthrough of Metal Gear was to familiarize myself with the game and to also have the bandana, because I remembered how incredible, how much I needed to backtrack to do boss fights when I first played it all those many years ago, and I'm like, I'm just going to get that out of the recording, because I don't think that's good for playing at this time, showing Mel the game.
They're all here to show me games, because I can't play them, so they do it and I watch.
I think this really June, did you have any more points to say on that before we go over to the next
The soundtrack.
flowchart?
Results screen music incredible. My Heaven great.
Yeah.
Not Tomorrow, Lisa Garland death theme. Sob. Silent Hill theme main title. Astonishing. I remember as a child listening to it in Little Big Planet 1 level playthroughs, because it was the scariest song literally anyone in my age bracket could imagine. Hilarious.
Which is the main theme song?
Italian.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if that makes sense.
Is it do you know why it's so Italian? Because now I'm curious. Why is it like Sicily?
Yeah, like it
Why
genuinely.
is it the theme of Sicily?
Like literally, I, and I'm probably going to do this as a visual gag in a bit, but like just like put a Godfather trailer, mute the audio, put Silent Hill theme song there.
Yeah, like I am Italian. I know what like funny music meme sound is for Italian people. That is it. Why is it so Italian? This is not Italy.
Yeah, it's like the idea of, you know, like lakeside resort town in New England, inspired by Stephen King's Maine, made by Japanese people, and somehow all of that developed into Italy.
I guess... I don't know. I guess... America plus Japan makes Italy?
Sure, why not?
I don't know. Like,
that might as well be true. That's okay by me.
Yeah.
It's like those little alchemy games where you have to put stuff together. And I guess that's what happens.
Like Doodle God and Doodle Devil.
Yeah.
Italian alchemy.
Yeah.
I could devour 7 pizzas right now.
Speaking of devouring more of something,
Yes.
would we play additional Silent Hill games?
We are. We literally are, and I was talking to my boyfriend in private when we were alone. I was like, I want to record more Silent Hill too.
Whatchamacallit? I'm very excited to go through Silent Hill 2. I'm very excited to go through Silent Hill 3 and Silent Hill 4, and it's Shattered Memories, right?
Shattered Memories,
yes.
Origins, and Downpour are the ones thereafter that I think are worth seeing.
Yeah, like, exactly.
I mean, there's also PT playable teaser, but we're gonna burn that bridge when we come to it.
Yeah, that's a fun story.
Anywhere?
No.
Maybe.
Nope. All right.
One of those wink at the camera kind of guys.
Yeah.
All right.
June has a very fun story about PT, which we'll get to. But
Monday.
No, Jacob Poole, you are a thief.
Whatchamacallit? What I was going to say. Would I play more of them? If they're more like Silent Hill 1 and what I've seen of Silent Hill 2, yes, absolutely incredible. I'd love to. I have heard such positive stories of Silent Hill 3's New Game Plus, like Resident Evil 4's New Game Plus, where you can upgrade yourself to such a point where you insta-kill God.
Silent Hill 3 has a lot of really ridiculous New Game Plus benefits.
Yeah.
I mean, look, one of them is that you just get to take the clothes off of this ridiculous gruff detective character for some goddamn reason.
That is a benefit.
It's like it's like in one of the Metal Gear games, a completion bonus is you get to strip down Master Miller to his Speedo. Do you remember Master Miller, Mel, right? What?
I mean...
Beg your pardon, June?
I said they're good games.
Yeah.
Tanaki part of it.
What was I gonna say? If they're more like this stuff, definitely. If they're more like Short Message, no. Just no.
It seems like probably they are more like this than like Short Message.
Oh, no, what I mean to say is, like, on a game-by-game basis, if it's more like this, yes. More like Short Message, no.
This is a nice way to interface with one of the intriguing franchise problems.
Yeah.
And this is one we'll be revisiting absolutely every Teatime.
Yes.
I call it the Silent Hill 2 problem.
Okay.
June has described this to me as, what if in Halloween, when they made Season of the Witch, it was one of the best films of all time, and then they decided to go back to the Michael Myers stuff anyway?
Oh. Oh, okay. Is it ever gonna be as good as Silent Hill 2 again kind of situation?
It's hard to make a definitive answer on that because
Yeah.
it's a much more emotional kind of point than the sort of thing we can point at and properly contain and make sense.
Yes.
Okay.
You know about Silent Hill 2. You've known about Silent Hill 2 for a very long time. You've heard more about it lately, but I know because literally everyone knows that Silent Hill 2 is a very special video game.
Literally, as I have repeated ad nauseum, I'm sure the viewers are upset with me about this. I genuinely, like, when I was a little kid, I had heard of Resident Evil 1 and Silent Hill 2, and I just thought, like, well, there's no Silent Hill 1 and there's no Resident Evil 2, and I've heard they're called something different in Japan. This must be the same series.
Well, problem is, for me,
Yeah.
I grew up in a very different place, in a very different environment, so maybe I haven't heard of it as much, but
You've heard of it. In
I have
more
heard of it.
detail or less, you've heard of it. You've heard of its
Alright.
repercussions in a lot of games being about sad men, and it being scary to be walking through the woods, and to be surrounded by emotionally complex characters suffering through surreal nightmare scenarios.
Yeah.
It'll become more apparent as you go, but so much influence has spread into so much absolutely everything through Silent Hill 2.
I believe this. You know, I just I haven't heard it by name. That's all.
I said in our Silent Hill 2 video, and hey, here's a spoiler for our Silent Hill 2 video, that the first part reminds me of the first part of Alan Wake. And in doing this retrospective, I've come to almost an epiphany there.
Mm-hmm.
Silent Hill 1 reminds me way more of Alan Wake.
Is it because the main guy's a writer?
No, is Harry Mason a writer?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, cool.
Cool job, dude.
Hey,
You have
good
a
for
hell
him.
of a story to tell.
They've also got a pretty similar hairstyle, like in Alan Wake 1 to Harry Mason, but that's beside the point. What I'm, you know, and a blazer like Alan Wake, but then James has a green jacket also like Alan Wake. Okay, I'm putting stuff together in my head. Very Silent Hill-like. But much like Alan Wake, design-wise, is a composite of the two, I think Alan Wake the game also draws a lot of inspiration from both of them. And I want you, the viewer, to know I adore Alan Wake as a franchise. I genuinely do. The first game is so very difficult to play.
Alan Wake 1 and Alan Wake 2 are interesting because they Silent Hill 2'd it in a way that literally the franchise Silent Hill had led me to believe was not possible to happen.
It's fun because I have not experienced Alan Wake at all, but I have experienced what they thought about Alan Wake.
Yes. Alan Wake games are almost like analogous to how you feel about Alan Wake, or at least how I felt in growing about them. They become more enjoyable to play the more you like Alan as a character. And I genuinely have no idea how Remedy was able to crystallize that into a fine science, but they did.
I don't know, but it was so funny every time June came back to me after you played. an Alan Wake session. It's like, oh god, oh god, oh god. And then one day it was like, oh fuck, I love Alan Wake. It's so good.
Yeah.
We need to play more of that. It's so interesting. We're in this puzzle, and I was like, okay, when did that happen?
The DLC of the first game was when the game started genuinely being fun to play and the character started being like, man, I'm actually rooting for this guy now.
Yeah.
We'll get more into detail at some point in the future, but basically, I just wanted to illustrate something I put together in that these two games, while both being very different, seem to have their DNA in one of horror's recent darlings.
Oh yes. Alan Wake is winning stuff very recently.
Yeah. And I guess this also sums up, gets us into our second slot. Silent Hill 2 Free Space, get used to seeing this.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to playing Silent Hill 2.
Same.
I'm a hero in the spirit of Silent Hill 2. I look forward to inflicting this curse upon you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Everything, and it's not a brand new opinion, but it's still righteous to say what you believe. Always. The truth is never wrong.
Yeah.
Do you want to see the secret Silent Hill 1 ending?
Yes. Yes.
This becomes, in so many ways, a tradition for the franchise here on after.
Is it possible to also see those weird channeling zone cutscenes? I liked how off-kilter that one we saw was.
Yes, I'll do what I can. I was just making my tabs embarrassing and stupid.
Good.
Oh, okay. I'll go back to
Real.
recording picture.
A great thank you to Lambo World X 16 years ago. 1, for having a Zero Escape icon. 2, for putting this video up.
Thank you.
Take a look.
What?
The footage will suck. The game's old.
Yeah.
So funny,
I
dude.
love it.
So silly.
I love it. It looks like a little ghosty.
What do you think it is?
What?
What?
Oh, it's got some cool music now. A backing track.
I mean, it's probably not a ghost because it's too high and it's, you know, the sound
sounds...
alien. Yeah, sounds like very much an alien sound.
UFO type.
He loves acknowledging it with just that line.
They couldn't fit anything else in the console.
I love how it kept blinking to new areas.
What? That lights!
There's more!
Dude, he's so funny.
Oh, they were each different.
Oh?
Oh, you're gonna love what happens next.
What?
Does he get abducted?
I guess. You'll have to see. We'll play it out strong.
Control reaction
This
channel.
is so funny. You're gonna love this, dude. Harry, you gotta get out of there, man.
No, he's like, nah.
Whoa, they're literally greys!
It's cool, it's like cool art. It's like you just put a PNG of a drawing there. It's gonna be fine.
Let me ask you, have you seen a little...
Is that real?
Yeah, it is. It's completely real. He asks
You
the aliens if they've seen a little girl 7 years old, black hair, short for her age.
And they like set him on fire and then kidnap him?
Yeah, they do. And
I
that's the
love
secret
it.
ending. Every
Oh my
one of
God.
these games has a UFO ending.
That's hilarious.
And then it
I
has
don't
Star
know what
Wars
to
credits.
say. I don't know what to say.
It's like, this feels like it's in line with the like blooper at the end where it's like, this is like some TV show in this universe. Hey, this is Konami.
The
Maybe
music.
Silent Hill is a TV show in Metal Gear. I love this song.
The music.
It's so good, dude. It's so lovely. Silent Hill is made by good people.
Yeah.
That is so funny. That is so fucking funny.
You just wait until you see Shattered
The
Memories UFO ending. That'll
The
make
silly
you laugh
music.
and vomit.
This fucking
You
silly
have to
music
go
is-
all the way to the pier level to get this. You still do all the scary boss fights and stuff.
And then this happens. What about you?
Listen.
Silent Hill.
Silent Hill.
How is this not the main theme?
Cause it's joke music. It's clown jokes music.
I love that. English staffs. No one.
No, no one is there.
There's less names there, huh?
I
Latina International Corporation.
Love you, Latina!
I genuinely don't know what to. I think
Just
I'm
be happy.
speechless.
Yeah.
I am. It's
Despite everything, happiness is possible.
Yeah.
Silent Hill.
Silent Hill. Silent Hill was good.
Hill. You want to say Silent Hill at each other as the video plays
Silent
out?
Hill.
Silent Hill.
Silent
Hill. Silent Hill.
Silent Hill.
Silent Hill.
Silent
The
Come
end.
hang out in Silent Hill.
Silent
Silent
Hill.
Hill.
Take a travel brochure.
Silent Hill.
That is all.
Bye.